I'm even more powerful than before! You have 5 seconds. It's over.
Was created to establish laws, guarantee benefit for all Republicans, and to help new seniors out of poverty.
Ha ha! I found you.
Can you hear me?
Flying Nimbus!
I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
I'll kill anyone who gets in our way. That was a piece of cake. It's me! That was easier than I thought.
Will not let anyone get away!
Well, thank you.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
Who got it? Thank you!
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Yay! You go bye-bye now!
Flying Nimbus!
Will not let anyone get away!
Welcome.
That's a new power key. Place it now. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Gotta head to E. This guy got his level 3. Well, he found a key, but he might come over here and start key sensing. Some bullshit. We do still have a full team. Someone needs to grab the transfer when it shows up.
Startup system from the central area.
That transfer.
Use it to hold the enemy back.
Run for that. This guy better cook. This guy already died once. I'll get the second one if I can. Straight to the time machine. Shit, these guys left. Yeah, we need this level 3 to come and help us.
You're done.
Fuck, I missed.
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of it.
So close.
An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I don't have a soda or nothing. You have a flash of rage and my final dragon chain. The supplies over here. Well, this level 3 was absolutely whatless, bro. I didn't see no melee engagement. Grab the transfer for no reason.
Together until then.
You all right? I owe you one.
I'm gonna use my sensu beam, but it's all good. But I grab the other transfer if I can.
I sent another super transfer. Take it and survive this.
Oh, these guys are hogging the fucking transfer and not doing shit.
The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer.
Fuck, I just wasted that.
Have 5 seconds.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for
We still have 75%. I have one more Gogo Gum and my my final dragon change, like I said. I'm gonna try to go in last minute. Here we go. Oh shit. Got him. Oh shit. Oh, we came clutch. We came clutch. We came clutch. We came clutch. I told you. I had to play smart, man. W team. This guy's hogging the transfer. I got cooked. We had an okay team. Alright, let's finish watching the manga. It's almost done. Watch this until the next match starts.
To which, even despite Kuriza being shown backhanding Vegeta across the face, was when Vegeta had gone as far as to now laugh at Kuriza's face by responding, "And just who said that I was trying to hide from you? Guess again. You took the bait, and now I'm going to enjoy what happens to you next. Very, very much, in fact." As a terrified Kuriza had now gone as far as to turn around and seeing the pose that Vegeta had now taken by responding, "That pose, I recognize that pose before. That technique comes from the gods of destruction. No!" To which, within that very moment, as Vegeta had now gone as far as to utter the words Hakai, where Kuriza was now fortunate enough to smack Vegeta's hand out of the way by then shouting, "Oh no, no you don't, Vegeta, not even in a million years you won't, Saiyan. Trying to erase me, huh? Think that we wouldn't be up to date with the technique of the gods, monkey? And I'll be damned to ever let you try that on me again, Saiyan. Because if anyone is going to be getting erased here on this stupid planet today, then it will be you, Vegeta, not me. Do you understand, monkey?" In which, in a retaliatory act, as Kuriza had now gone as far as to knock Vegeta back down, was when Kuriza then went on to shout, "You little rat, you! Don't you ever even think about trying that on me again, because I can promise you that it won't work." "Yes, and you almost had me," Kuriza went on to continue. "That would have been the only ever time throughout this entire battle where you would have had me beat in. But I'm already aware of that, and I'm already aware of what that can do. Just you wait. I'll show you," Vegeta went on to then say with his face down onto the ground. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I wanted to end this now, but instead of blowing up this entire planet, why don't we go for half of it instead and leave the other half for us to fight on? Rather than just do what I did to the Lookout, I think it'll suit us both best if we added a bit of color to this scenery, Saiyan. As much as one part of me wants to end your life now, which I'm only going to guess is Cooler's, the Frieza side of me wants to continue to punish you some more before we finally slaughter you. So, well, but then, it was just as right before Kuriza was going to finish his sentence where Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta had now gone as far as to stand back up by responding, "Well, you better hurry and pick which side that you want to listen to then, because I'm far from finished with you, Fusion." He's still able to stand back up and with ease? But I don't understand. He shouldn't be able to get back up so quickly. Oh, tell me, what other hidden abilities does your new destroyer form grant you, Kuriza went on to ask. As if I would reveal any of what I've learned through my training with Lord Beerus with you, Vegeta went on to spit out blood by responding. "And just as you are able to grow, I too am adapting. Didn't think your fusion and my destroyer power would go tit for tat like this, now did you? How ironic." "Oh, the only thing that's about to be ironic here," Kuriza went on to cut in, "is what I'm about to do to one half of this world before you'd even have the chance to blink, Vegeta. The fact still stands that I am outpacing you when it comes down to growth, so don't get cocky because you haven't surpassed me yet, Saiyan. You've shown me that even after all these years, you and your race of slaves should be annihilated. But I only promise to take out half of this planet out with you on it, so that way you don't miss the fireworks, Saiyan. So now, any last words before one half of the Earth goes boom?" With Vegeta responding, "So the only thing that will go boom around here will be your pathetic efforts in trying to destroy my planet. So now, if you're really looking for a light show, then try and keep your eyes open and don't blink to this. Big Bang Attack!" Vegeta went on to then shout, to which, as the Big Bang Attack was now shown making its way towards Kuriza, as Kuriza had now gone as far as to swipe it away, it was only right before Kuriza could even respond as to what was going on, where Kuriza then went on to shout, "You wish, monkey, now get this out of my face before..." But then, it was only just as Kuriza was momentarily now being shown distracted, where Vegeta had now gone as far as to swoop on in and kicking Kuriza by then telling him, "Before you what, you coward? I told you to keep your eyes wide open and not blink, didn't I? And so I said it once and I will continue to say it again. You will not have your way with this planet, Hakai!" To which within that very moment, as a puzzled Kaliza had now witnessed his entire supernova now be vaporized before his very eyes, where Kaliza went on to then respond,
Alright guys, we found another
"Why,
match.
you
Should start in 2
didn't,
minutes.
you rotten pile of garbage! You actually eradicated my attack! Oh, enough of this, Vegeta! You are really starting to get under my skin with how persistent you are. So now just accept what will be and just die already. You know how this is going to end, so quit trying to fight it and accept your destiny, monkey. Or maybe you ought to stop for a moment and realize something, Vegeta went on to then quickly respond. Realize that for the first time in our history, the outcome will not be what favors you, but instead will be what favors me by the very end of this day, you cowards. And as we both get stronger, it will be me who emerges as the stronger and superior warrior, not you. It will never be you, so as long as I stand
level
here
41
to face
baby
off
Vegeta.
against you, so accept your fate first. In which right after Vegeta from that point was then shown having to knock Kaliza down, with Kaliza being shown stabilizing himself, was when Kaliza went on to then respond, "Oh, this is getting more and more annoying, and he is really starting to get on my very last nerve with his disgusting antics, and I've had enough. He shouldn't be able to do this, especially not now."
Our team looks okay. Any day now, guys. Any day now. Let's get it.
Can you hear me?
Flying Nimbus!
It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
I better start moving.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
Need to find a power key radar quick. Key rush this guy.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
Job Ajax.
An ally needs your help.
Yeah,
Don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
sometimes the keys are underwater, so I like to start underwater.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them,
2 people,
watch out
not
for
good.
enemies.
The level 1 can get 2 people down. It's not a good look.
I need you out of your misery right now.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution.
Get the hell out of here! Thought I was a goner there.
We have 3 people done.
Holy hell.
Chilling here. here for a bit. Or Dragon Ball so far. Nah, these guys need to stay alive, man. Stop going down. Oh, bro, what are you guys doing? If you can see where the raider is, if he's in your area, run. Are you just sitting there getting smoked? Everyone's in E. The E key is found. We need to head to C. I'm not even going for that. Guys are annoying as hell. Alright, good job, bro. Yeah, you need to stay alive, man. Someone needs to be planting that E key right now, which looks like no one is. Oh yeah, maybe these guys are over here. So we can jump him at the time machine while he's still level 2.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Before you die, allow me to show you what a fully evolved Tuffle is truly capable of.
Alright, well, let's see how this goes. And we lost the Dragon Ball.
Access the startup system from the central area. Just a little more to go, then you're done.
There was a goner there. Flying Nimbus!
And we have a level 0 on the team still. How are you still level 0, bro? Man's gonna get no cubes the whole game. One level 3. He's using his transfer right now.
The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer.
Flying Nimbus!
We need one more Dragon Ball. Oh, I don't know if he saw me or not. Why did this guy have to come in the cave with me, man? Go find your own freaking hiding spot. W fucking teammates, bro. And there's the Dragon Ball right there.
Don't worry.
Bro, this guy sold me out.
Don't worry. I'll handle things.
This guy literally came in the cave right beside me, bro. And died.
Now
Need one more Dragon Ball.
My lord, accept this and rise again. Here I go.
Pick up the Dragon Ball.
An ally needs your help. Don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. Ally down. If you intend to rescue them,
Like, what is this person doing, bro?
Okay, stay calm. Flying Nimbus!
All you can do is laugh and shake my head, bro.
Wait, what?
ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Alright, let's get out of here.
But I mustn't let him get under my skin any more than he already has. Especially if I want to preserve my full power for a later time. And as we both continue to get stronger, I have to try and exploit the one weakness that I found coming from him if I wish to last out here against him, which is going to be exactly what I'm about to do. As with Takira now looking forward in battling Goku at his absolute best, it was only just before the two were then shown engaging where Takira went on to respond, so you were finally able to reach this level after all. Very good, Son Goku. However, I would advise for you not to get too far ahead of yourself now that you've become the first of your kind to reach such levels of power. Even if you are the first mortal to ever enter into the domain of the angels, do not mistaken this angel form of yours for invincibility, Takira continues. Though your angel energy surges with great and mighty power, the question then becomes, can you control it, Takira asks. Can you wield such power with precision, purpose, and focus? That we will see. And now that you have officially drawn forward your full and raw power onto the surface, it's time that we find out just how good you truly are, Son Goku. With Angel Goku responding, then let our next battle serve as a testament to the strength and resolve that we share in wanting to become the very best that we can be, Takira. And as I stand before you wielding the true nature of my divine power from the angelic path that I've decided to walk down, I stand ready, Goku continues. And as we wage what will presumably be our final battle in this tournament, I will demonstrate the culmination of my combined strength with full focus. As Takira had now gone as far as to get into fighting position by responding, trust and know that I don't expect anything less than your absolute best against me now. So whenever you feel ready, I'll allow for you to go and make the first move against me so that way I can be sure of your power. Now let's just see where your skills stack up compared to mine, mortal. Your newly unlocked angelic power may be a marvel to look at, but the true measure of its strength lies within your ability to control and master its divine nature, so we will see. Oh, I don't think that allowing for the Saiyan to go and make the first move here is the right one for Takira to make, Akuma went on to chime in, and especially if the mortal has entered into wielding true angelic angelic power, then Takira should be looking to put an end to the Saiyan rather quickly instead of just going back and forth with him like this. Oh, this was a mistake, Budo went on to quickly shout. Our actions in taking this creature lightly has now led to this exact problem. Takira must obliterate him right now before it's too late. With Yoshido chiming in, the two of you are getting all worked up for nothing here. Like, think about it. What are the odds of Takira actually losing against the Saiyan in this fight, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen out there? To which upon Angel Goku now shown dashing towards Takira, it was only right upon with Goku now being shown finally having to move where the Grand Priest went on to quickly chime in. Oh, and there he goes. My, what an incredibly impressive speed compared to how fast he was before, isn't it, Whis? Well, this will rather be very exciting to watch go down indeed, with Whis responding, indeed it shall. Well, this is it, Goku. It's all or nothing. Good luck and do not let him break you. In which within that very moment back down below, as soon as Takira was now shown having to grab onto Goku's fist upon Goku now being shown making contact, this was where a gigantic shockwave was now shown having to echo all throughout the Null Realm as Yoshido went on to chime back in. Whoa, did you all just see the way that Angel Monkey just moved in for the attack? Oh, now that was really an improvement compared to before, huh? Oh, curse that mortal! And we were barely able to follow too, Budo went on to quickly respond. Oh, so it's as I feared. If he was able to increase his speed by this much, then his power is likely through the roof as well, with Akuma responding, yes, and to add on to the fact that this was exactly what Takira had seen and wanted to draw out of the Saiyan as well. Oh, so maybe we were wrong to overlook him the way we did, especially if he's going to be giving Takira a
Right
run
now we're
for his
7 out of 8,
money.
just need one
But
more.
how was it that he, a low-level mortal warrior, was able to master Ultra Instinct whereas we couldn't? With the Grand Priest responding, well, it was your lack of maintaining a calm and tranquil spirit, of course. You four were able to climb just as high where you are without it, though this case with Son Goku does sure prove different. Very impressive speed, Saiyan, Takira went on to quickly respond. The difference between now and then is clear to me. However, did your reaction speed also improve that aligns with your defense? Let's have a look then, to which upon Takira now being shown responding in his own way, that was when Angel Goku was from that point shown doing exactly what Takira did and grabbing onto Takira's punch with Whis chiming in, yes, just like that, amazing, just amazing, Goku! He is able to fight very fluently while maintaining balance of his spirit and emotions, just as I had wanted to see come from him since we trained. You're extremely sharp, Angel Goku went on to quickly respond to Kira while locked in a test of strength, but I'm not going to let you slip through my guard and get the better of me again, especially not now, with Takira responding, or so you may think, Goku, but now that I'm starting to get a taste of what I'll be going up against, then it's only fitting that I start to use my true power in response just like you. Oh, this is just crazy, Yoshido went on to quickly chime back in. Even though I can see it with my very own eyes, I still can't believe what I'm seeing down there. They're locked in place. It's a stalemate. They appear to be completely even down there, but how can that be with Akuma responding, oh, for now that is, but yes. And this is likely due to the Saiyan's experience by training alongside his angel. Tell us, Whis, were you able to see this coming from the mortal when you first took him under your wing to train, or did this occur at random and being something that you've never experienced come from him before? We must know the truth behind this, with Whis responding, well, this was something that I had never would have thought would happen, especially not when I had first taken Son Goku and his friend Vegeta on over to Beerus' planet to train, but as time went on, I was beginning to see something more come from Goku, especially when he was first shown unlocking the power of Ultra Instinct during his battle with Jiren at the Tournament of Power, with Yoshido responding, oh, so that settles it then. This guy was something special the entire time, wasn't he? To which upon making our way back down with both Goku and Takira being shown struggling, that was when Takira went on to address Goku by then telling him, this angelic form of yours has brought us both to the moment of equilibrium, Son Goku, and I'm impressed as this was the power that I wanted to face, but as you push back against me, just know that you will not overpower my vastness of experience and generations of battle, because just as hard as you continue to push, I too will push even harder to defeat you, with Angel Goku responding, and for you to assume that your years of experience in battle will best mine will be exactly what will lead you down the road of defeat against me, Takira. Because we may be even now, but I will find a way to edge you out, and I will find a way to beat you. Hey, this is getting really intense down there, Yoshido went on to then respond. The entire realm appears to be shaking under the weight of their struggle, with Akuma responding, "No, come on, Takira, he's just a mortal. He was never meant to come this far, let alone be this strong. We are what shapes the multiverse, not him. So even if they're even, Takira still has to win." But it only now looked as though Angel Goku had other plans, to which upon Angel Goku now being shown exerting even more power, that was when Budo went on to respond, "Oh darn it, look! The Saiyan is driving him towards the edge of the stage. He's pushing Takira further out. No, this is just ridiculous to watch go down," Akuma then went on to quickly respond again. "Even more so with all that we have had to deal with when fighting that mortal down there." To which, before you know it, as Goku was now shown slowly but surely edging Takira towards the edge of the stage, was when Goku then went on to address Takira by telling him, "You could never understand the pain that I had to go through, the people that I had to watch suffer, and the many lives that I witnessed be snuffed away. Everything, every battle, every opponent has molded me into becoming who I am today, Takira. And you and I, we aren't that far apart from each other either, because I can see more of myself within you, just as much as you would hate to admit that you could also see yourself within me as well." A fine speech, Goku, and a good display of strength as well, but it'll take more than just words to win this battle, especially one that is just as important and just as monumental as this one, Saiyan. And to your credit, though you are able to hold your own here against me, just remember, Son Goku, that you are still a very long ways away from victory against me. In which, from out of nowhere now, before you know it, as soon as Takira had now gone as far as to glare Goku away, it was only just upon with Takira now being shown having to do this where Yoshido went on to respond, "Oh, incredible," and just like that, with one glare, Takira has completely blown that angelic monkey away as though he was nothing. And I figured he'd fire back sooner or later. I mean, we've all seen what happens when Takira really starts to try in a fight, and this is only but the beginning of it all, so just watch. With the Grand Priest responding, "Correct, but let's not gloss over Goku's expansive potential here either. You've all seen what he's capable of when his hand is forced and the chips are down, which is why this makes for the perfect battle for both experience and potential." With Akuma responding, "Well, I still doubt that the Saiyan has a chance of winning here, because how could he be so sure of the power that he's wielding will last? Give it time and we will see, but time may not be what also favors Takira in this fight either, with all that we've seen this Saiyan do." In which, upon that very moment, as Takira kept glaring Goku away, it was only as Takira was now shown doing so where Takira went on to respond, "You're a little harder to get a read on now that your body has completely changed the way it moves, but altering your fighting patterns isn't going to be enough to save you." To which, thankfully enough, as soon as Goku was now shown having to be successful enough in landing on one of the broken parts of the ring that was shown floating, was when Goku then went on to respond, "God, it's those eyes. They remind me of Jiren's, only Takira's glare feels more like he's trying to attack me from the inside rather than the out. Like he's trying to disrupt the balance of my mind, body, and spirit. And it looks like he's on the move and he's coming in fast," Goku went on to then continue. "Well, I better not leave any room for him to make a move on me like that again, since it's too big of a risk. And especially if it's going to cost me my one and only chance that I have at beating this guy. Alright, Takira, now it's my turn to bring the pain right back over and onto you." In which, upon Goku now being shown doing exactly that, that was when Yoshido went on to chime in, "Oh, just look at that Saiyan's speed. His speed is really something else, you know. It's almost like you can barely even see him coming and going nothing at the rate which he seems to be traveling in. Well, the only other times that I saw speed like this came from either when we trained with the Angels, Takira, or the Grand Priest. Yes, Goku, yes, Whis went on to then continue just like that. Remain as one and deliver onto him the full force of your incredible power, the likes of which have never been seen. In which from out of nowhere now, the moment Angel Goku is now shown successfully having to land a thunderous knee strike on over to Takira's stomach, it was only upon Goku now finally having to have succession where Goku then went on to shout, "Oh, right there, got you, Takira," with Akuma having to shout, He connected. Son Goku actually connected a blow onto Takira's body. To which even with Takira himself now having to acknowledge that indeed this attack had now successfully landed, it was only just upon with Goku now being shown following up in attempting to attack Takira again, where Goku then went on to continue, "And this ends now, so into the void you go." What just happened to his body? How truly fascinating to see this come from a mortal with only bare minimum experience, Takira went on to then respond to Goku. "You are beginning to slowly exceed the expectations that I originally had set out for you, Goku, but you aren't the only one who was given the chance to train with angels," with Goku then responding, "What the heck? It's like he's completely hollow, like some sort of a ghost or something. Oh, I've got to still try," Goku went on to then quickly shout, as even despite Goku's best efforts in attempting to strike Takira with Goku's attacks now being shown completely going right through, it was only just as Goku was now shown doing this where Takira then went on to continue, "The reason why I say that you only know the bare minimum is because there are still many things that you have yet to see and experience, saying you can only react according to the things that you've experienced throughout your battles, but what happens when you start to experience a plethora of things which you haven't yet experienced in your life before, Son Goku? What would you do then? How long until you cope with the gravity of the failures that wait for you when this is all over? You're giving me the fight that I wanted to draw out of you, but will you be able to maintain this level of intensity for much longer? I wonder." In which upon that very moment, as Takira was now shown having to split his body in 3 separate pieces, was when Goku then went on to ask, "Wait a second, the after image? Oh, you honestly think that I haven't seen and dealt with this technique before? What are you trying to get at here? I can already see right through your facade, Takira." "Clever, but no," Takira responds. "This isn't the after image technique that you are well accustomed to seeing and dealing with, Goku, but this is a little more than what your mind is able to process, so I'll just show you instead. For these are not mere holograms, nor are they mindless clones without a purpose, but instead, these are identical spirit vessels."
Would you care to take part in a little warm-up? We'll see about that. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Would you care to take part in a little warm-up?
You have to key rush him, beat him up at level 2 at the time machine, or find the Dragon Balls. No transfers.
Can you hear me? Here's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Gotta be joking. But it was coming right to me, as usual.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
I need help! You're a big help.
Where am I?
You're in Dragon Ball The Breakers, homie.
Thanks.
Motherfucker doing some damage.
Flying Nimbus! Great. You know what to do with that key.
Arcurator, less.
Hey, great. You found another power key. Use it quick.
D, try to find that D key real quick. These guys are putting in some work. We have 3 Dragon Balls.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. That's a new power key. Place it now.
Got 4.
Oh no! I'm scared.
Holy hell.
Son of a!
Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Drain you dry.
Flying Nimbus! Oh man.
Guys, we need to help our teammates, man.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for
Ball,
enemies.
nigga. Give me the ball. I hate fighting the Raider while he's level 3. It's so annoying. Drop the ball, man.
You've got all 7 Dragon Balls. Summon Shinron at the altar.
Hey, why is the Raider coming this way? Can't even summon over here. This guy should have came to D and I was gonna summon in B. Yeah, I need these guys to plant the key so then I can summon. Because I don't want them to come over here and start key sensing.
The startup system
Good
for
job.
the Super Time Machine is ready. Head there now. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. Here comes the pain. Come forth, Shenron!
Understood.
You're done!
Next thing to do is to get the hell out of here. With the time machine, we all need to jump him. Come on, help me out, guys. It's supposed to be a team effort. You see that Ultra Instinct? Woo! Look at those dodges! Look at those dodges! No one else has a Dragon Change? Come on, bro. Do something. Got him. Thank you. Shout out to the team that helped out, man. We're supposed to jump him, but we got the W, guys. Reflexes came in clutch. And we leveled up, got some TP tokens.
That you can only see and feel, but never successfully attack, for they are merely used as sacrificial energy inhibitors that attack you from within. A part of what lies within me is brought out and onto the battlefield as a weapon, so now observe further. As it was only now from out of nowhere, with Takira now being shown spawning another set of arms from the side of his body, was when Goku then went on to ask, what in the world? You can create additional arms to fight with that can grow out of your body? I could do much more than what you can see, Saiyan, for it's like I said, you are only aware of the bare minimum, with Yoshido chiming in, hey, I remember that little move of his when we trained with Takira a while back. Yeah, I almost forgot about this little multi-armed Thunderbuster attack, and especially with those decoys that are holding the Monkey Angel in place, that is, in which upon that very moment, as Takira's spirit vessels were now shown having to envelop Goku, that was when Takira went on to respond, now envelop this mortal's body and electrocute his body and spirit as he is held in place, so commence now. Wait, hold on, what do you mean by electrocuting me from both the outside and in? But then, it was just before Goku could go as far as to finish his sentence, as he was now being shown electrocuted and paralyzed in place, was when the Grand Priest went on to chime in, ah yes, a paralyzing counter, one that shocks its targets from both the outside and from within, leaving the host's victim vulnerable on the surface with no means of escape of fighting back since they are stuck. In which that was it, because with Takira now finding his opening and continuously being shown attacking Goku over and over again, was when Yoshido went on to respond, oh, I see, so it's almost like he's attempting to try and beat the angel stuffing right out of this Saiyan and make him drop out of his form. I can't move. His punches are getting heavier and heavier. He'll break me down if I don't respond. And so I must, Goku then went on to quickly shout, because with Goku now finding his opening and muscling his way out by powering up and blowing Takira away, was when Akuma went on to respond, he's good, God, that Saiyan is too good, and it looks like he's only getting better and better the longer this goes, with Yoshido responding, no way, alright, cough it up, Grand Minister, because now we have to know, is the Saiyan truly stronger than Takira here or what? What's your take on all of this? To which, even with Takira now noticing that Goku all of a sudden had just vanished, that was when Takira went on to comment, he muscled his way out of my trap and completely disappeared. I can feel him moving all around me, but I can't look into seeing what he'll do since his movements have completely changed, hindering my foresight, with the Grand Priest continuing, well, it's a little tough to say at the moment with all that's going on, of course, and with the fight still taking place, but what I can say is that Goku appears to hold a speed and reflex advantage in this fight, while Takira holds a larger variety of techniques, experience, and counter tactics, but if I had to say for sure, then I'd say that between them both, while they do hold several advantages over the other that can ultimately favor them as this goes on, within this very moment in time, my guess is that they are now both completely even in this fight, the Grand Priest continues. Takira really isn't someone who just sat by and watched. I remember when I first trained him back in the day, and while I can't say for sure that Takira would certainly hold the stamina advantage over the Saiyan's ability to move freely while using the true nature of what Ultra Instinct is, combined of course with his ferocious Saiyan nature, is what will likely be an issue, but it's like I said, that is just within the moment, the Grand Priest continues. Anything can happen as their fight continues to go on, and so let's just see which one of them will outlast the other when it's all said and done. Though I will say that without this angel form, Goku would have lost a long time ago, in which within that very moment as Goku is now shown reappearing and punching Takira square in the face, it was only just upon with Goku now attempting to do the same thing again was when Goku then went on to shout, "You almost had me, but now I've got you in my sights," with Takira responding, "Go ahead and keep me within sight, you won't win." As this was now beginning to hold true, because with Goku now being shown having to find himself and punching into a barrier, it was only just upon with Goku now being shown having to briefly see this little wall in front of him was when Goku went on to respond, "Oh, a wall of energy at the exact time and place where I was looking to strike him too? Oh, damn it, what is this?" with Takira responding, "This is one of my many contingency counters in battle, Son Goku." As it was even now during this, with Goku still attempting to do his best in finding a way to strike Takira with more and more of these energy walls appearing, was when Whis went on to respond, "Well, as good as Goku is doing out there, experience does play a major role in any fight that a warrior may find themselves in, even if they are at the peak of their power. Neither appear to be slowing down, but could it be that Takira wants to see all of which Goku's angelic form is capable of?" with Akuma responding, "Well, Takira's not training the mortal, that's for sure, so he's likely only in this fight because he knows that it's a very rare opportunity to come across a mortal like this who is actually able to give him a worthy battle that doesn't come from the five of us." Yeah, well, now that he's got the fight that he wanted, Yoshido chimes in, "It's within his own best interest to knock the Saiyan out cold now before he pulls another miracle out of that hat of his again." In which seconds later, with Goku being shown avoiding one of Takira's punches and grabbing onto his arm before throwing him out into the distance, was when Angel Goku then went on to respond, "There we go, now unless you can break your fall fast enough, then have fun sinking into the void. Now our battle is hereby over, Takira. There's no way that you can possibly find your way back onto the stage from this one," with Budo responding, "No, tell me this isn't happening right now. He actually threw Takira's entire body off the tournament stage. No, not again." In which even despite Takira's body being shown flying out more and more outwards as Takira had gone as far as to extend his arm out, that's when Takira then went on to shout, "Oh no you don't, wringing me out will not work on someone like me. Celestial Constriction." The Celestial what? What's he doing to my body again? I can't rotate or move around. Just what's with all of these binding techniques and body altering attacks this guy has? Now I'm the one that has you, Goku. Astral Projection Converge. In which within that very moment, as Goku's body was now being shown getting pulled outwards, just as Takira's body was shown getting flown out more into the void, was when Takira went on to continue, "And if you want to honestly believe that throwing me out will be what does me in, then I am going to hit you with enough force that will shatter every bone in your torso." "Oh, I remember this," Akuma responds. "This was the same stasis attack that he used to immobilize you during our early days of training, Yosh." "Yeah, well, how about we not go back to that now, okay?" Yoshido responds. In which as Takira was now shown making his way towards Goku, with Goku making his way towards Takira, was when Takira then went on to shout, "Now unless you truly think that your body is unbreakable, then this next strike is going to shatter you from from within, Son Goku. There will be no exceptions. As a nervous Goku went on to respond, whoa, he's closing in fast. And I can sense an enormous power spike that's coming from that punch of his. I can't break free. No, I've got to move out of the way and fast. Oh, come on. I know that I can do it because I've done this before. Come on, come on. And Goku got lucky because right before the moment of contact, as Takira's punch was now shown going right through, it was just upon with Goku's body now being shown having to vanish again was when the Grand Priest went on to respond, oh look, you see, I knew it. And I told you that Son Goku was going to maintain and hold the speed advantage during this battle, though he did get lucky because if that shot had connected, then I'm afraid that would have been it for Goku, with Takira then responding, but how was he? Yes, oh, instant transmission. You almost had me there, Goku went on to quickly rush in from behind, but almost isn't quite the answer now, is it, Takira? Yes, excellent, Goku, Whis went on to then quickly shout. Just excellent, but my goodness, what a hard-hitting battle this has been thus far, and yet they still appear to be completely even. To which even with Goku and Takira's body now being shown getting slammed right back onto the stage upon impact was when Akuma went on to respond, oh, this fight has evolved into becoming a battle of attrition, and it looks to remain that way until one of them gives in and breaks down first from the pressure. Oh, this
Next match is starting in a minute.
Oh, I can't stand to watch this anymore, Budo went on to continue. Well, knowing how adamant both warriors are, the Grand Priest responds, I highly doubt that this battle will see an endpoint anytime.
Soil here looks perfect. Throw in some Cybermen. Make them suffer, Cybermen. Where am I? Looks like you and me are thinking the same thing, Vegeta. Who wants to die first? I'm gonna wipe out every last one of you.
To say, where's Dragon Ball, man?
Let's go.
Getting key rushed.
I can't do this.
I mean, he sold you out. We just need to get 2 more keys. If I can collect all the Dragon Balls and get Vegeta, I can get my Great Ape form. Make sure there's nothing over here. Was that a civilian? A survivor? This is it.
Nappa, that's enough! I'll take care of them!
Sorry, chick. You ain't saving holes this round.
Go, Nappa! Sniff out those fools! Solar flare!
Still need to try to collect the last 3 balls. I have to set the C key. Guy's gone. Vehicle movement speed's fast. I dodged that.
Prepare yourself!
Try to summon and get my form. They have no more dragon changes.
Go, Nappa! Sniff out those fools! Got it. I'll take over. Watch your whips.
clutch like a bug. Just accept your fate for me. Get him. He's just gonna die up. If the last person comes and tries to fight me, I'll let him go. He didn't come. Right deep. Yep, he got KO'd. Easy win, easy win.
Soon until one of their spirits is the first to fold, which by now is a little tough to call. In which even despite the fact of Angel, Goku, and Tequila's fight now continuing to intensify was when Budo had now gone as far as to reflect on back by responding, "Oh, I cannot begin to accept what I've witnessed transpire here today. He's just a mere mortal. When we first laid eyes on him, he was but a joke of a man with nothing to possibly offer the five of us. So how is he able to leap right by our expectations into now fighting on par with the second strongest in the multiverse like this? Oh, this is so infuriating to watch. He was mine. If I only knew that deep down this was what the mortal was truly capable of, then I would have ended him the moment our battle began instead of wanting to punish him the way I did. I let this happen. I could have destroyed him. A true warrior would have battled to the death," Budo went on to then continue, "until there was only one fighter left standing, but instead, he took advantage of the situation and knocked me off the platform I was standing on and out of the tournament stage. And to watch him be on an equal fighting level to Tequila now is the last straw. I am done watching. I am done waiting to see what the outcome of his battles against us is going to be like. Who is he to come into our domain and treat us as though we are only mere stepping stones on his path to greatness? I am Budo, the 5th strongest ranking warrior in the entire multiverse, second to my fellow brothers and Angel attendees, and I will not let this slide. Twice now we had to watch this puny little man shatter his limits into reaching greater levels of power, and with the first feat being through his experience with me. I know I can break him. I know I am superior in every possible way. Oh, this has gone on long enough and I am not sitting around here and waiting anymore," Budo shouts. "I am done sitting back and allowing for this privileged barbarian to walk all over us and spit in the face of our legacy by calling for such a tournament to begin with, when he's done absolutely nothing to earn his place in challenging the 5 of us. I will no longer sit idly by and watch this Saiyan make a mockery of everything that we've done to be where we are, especially with how he got past me, with the Grand Priest then asking, "Say, now what are you thinking about here, Budo?" As even Yoshido went on to chime in, "Hey, easy now, hothead. You know it's against the rules for you to go and just jump right into this fight without Takira calling for you to be tagged in, so you should remain on your throne." But Budo, in fact, now had different plans, because upon Budo now being shown dashing towards Goku, it was only now, to the sudden shock and surprise of everyone there, where Budo went on to respond, "The hell with the stupid rules, and the hell with this stupid mortal who thinks that he could walk all over us. I'm avenging my loss against him right here, right now, under First Blood rules, which means a fight to the death," with Whis then having to shout, "What? But he can't just go and do that during the middle of someone else's battle. What is Budo doing? Hey, are you nuts?" Yoshido went on to then quickly chime in, "Get back up here, you're going to ruin who am I kidding? I'm actually kind of loving this right now." "That's Budo," Angel Goku went on to quickly respond, "but why is he making his way down towards the stage all of a sudden? I didn't see Takira tag him into this fight," as even Takira himself had now gone as far as to warn Budo, as Takira went on to then shout, "I said that's enough, Budo! I will not allow for you to intervene!" But Budo, on the other hand, seemingly was not hearing what Takira was saying at all, as Budo had proceeded in making his way towards Goku by then shouting, "I'll put you back in your place, Goku! And I shouldn't have ever taken you for granted when I did, but this ends now! You will not be allowed to proceed any further, Saiyan!" But then, it was only now from out of nowhere where all of a sudden we then see how Takira had now inserted himself in kicking Budo in the face, as Takira from that point went on to shout, "I said no, warrior! This is not your battle to wage, Budo! You are to know your role throughout this tournament and accept the outcome which you've dealt with earlier, and remain with the others until you are called for. And I will not have you disrespect my title like this again." "Oh, just wonderful," Akuma went on to then quickly chime in. "Now look, Budo! You couldn't control your anger long enough and wait to be tagged back in. Now look at the mess that you've caused." To which even then, despite Budo's body being shown creating shockwaves, as he was now left having to travel through the void, was when Angel Goku went on to chime in, "Whoa, but why? Oh, just what in the world was that all about? Has he lost his mind during all of this, or what?" With even Whis chiming in, "Goodness, and just what in the world has gotten into Budo to have him act out in such a way? Has his loss to Goku truly affected him in that big of a way?" To which only now had prompted in a very annoyed Grand Priest to be shown extending his arm out and teleporting Budo back to the spectator seats, as the Grand Priest went on to then respond, "Enough out of you, Budo. I will not have you intervene illegally. You will abide by the rules that are set in place or face the consequences of your actions." "Oh, you fool. What has gotten into him all of a sudden? Budo, what are you doing?" Akuma then went on to quickly shout, "You're going to ruin everything here," with Yoshido chiming in, "Uh-oh, the hothead's done it now. We told him to remain where he was, but now he somehow managed to anger both Takira and the Grand Priest for being so reckless. Your obsession in wanting to get back at Son Goku for ringing you out during your battle with him has caused you to completely lose sight of what is currently going on," the Grand Priest went on to quickly respond. "This will be your one and only warning moving forward. Unless you are tagged in or called forth to battle, if you do what you just did again, then you will be destroyed. I refuse to allow for any of the other three, even respectively the Grand Priest as well, to insert themselves in my battle without me agreeing to swap out for one of them to take my place. I apologize for the sudden interruption on behalf of the fifth strongest," Takira went on to then continue, "but just like the others, he had his chance to face you, and this is still my battle. So as we were before he decided to inject himself in this fight, Son Goku, let us pick up exactly where we had left off so that way we may continue our battle. Your move," Takira says. To which upon Goku now being shown having to wind his fist back and getting ready to resume his battle with Takira, was when Goku then went on to respond, "Well, let's not have anything else get in our way then, so that we can finish our battle once and for all, Takira, because just like you, this is only the beginning." In which upon Takira now being shown avoiding Goku's attack, that was when Yoshido went on to chime in, "You just had to go and almost ruin all of the fun for the rest of us, huh, Budo? You were very very lucky that Takira had dealt with you in such a way, otherwise there would have been way more blood on his hands than yours. Of all the possible things that could have went wrong here today, Budo then responds, you all know what it is that I'm saying to be true anyways. But for the sake of Takira and the Grand Priest's request, I will wait until something changes, and hopefully it's with the Saiyan losing too. Well, if you hope to see the Saiyan lose, Akuma responds, then you have to trust Takira's plan in making sure that he beats him and not anger him some more by jumping into the middle of his battle like that, with Yoshido responding, well, either way, Goku's actually proven to be a much tougher opponent than meets the eye, so I can see why Budo would be so upset by his actions. In which back down below, as soon as Takira was now shown having to hop from platform to platform in his best attempts of attacking Goku, that was when Takira was immediately shown having to go for yet another attack, as Takira had gone as far as to now miss by then saying to himself, it's hard to get a good read on his movements when he's completely altered his fighting patterns compared to before. And it all points back to the utilization of his evolved Ultra Instinct that is the source of his true speed. But at the same time, I'm starting to see that his ability to maintain certain levels of speed and power is also beginning to flicker in and out, but just barely. And if what I'm starting to suspect is to be true, Takira continues, then I may have found his greatest weakness while he continues to wield this power, to which upon Goku now being shown attempting to kick Takira, that was when from out of nowhere instantaneously, Takira had now gone as far as to use his instincts and ducking on under, as Whis went on to then continue, oh, Takira's very cunning, Goku. He's extremely deceptive, incredibly elusive, dangerously powerful, and very perceptive. Well, as long as you are careful and try to finish this quickly, then you shouldn't lose, as Yoshido then went on to respond, whoa, now this is going to be a close one, and to think that I'd be even saying such a thing with Takira of all individuals currently in battle, it only goes as far as to show how impressive this Angel Saiyan was from the moment he went along to prove us wrong. To which upon that very moment, as soon as Angel Goku was now shown spinning around, that was when Angel Goku went on to then shout, you're wide open, with Takira then responding, then try and exploit what you see, if you have the means to try and break through my defenses anyways. In which, surprisingly enough, that was exactly what Takira was now shown doing by blocking off Goku's kick, as Akuma then went on to respond, yes, very good, now Takira is starting to lure the mortal in. Yes, he must have seen something that had caught his attention, in which upon Takira now once again being shown blowing Goku away, it was only just as Goku was then shown having to land on one of the floating platforms where Takira then went on to continue, your power may be immense compared to before, but it is not invincible. I have identified a potential weakness, and if what I suspect is to be true, then you should do everything within your power to try to win this battle against me now before it is too late, with Goku then responding, no chance, Takira, because it sounds to me like you're starting to get a little nervous since you aren't winning here as easily as you thought you would. But if that's the case, then why don't we ramp things up a notch or two and see how skilled you really are when up against these, Takira. And it's been a while since I had the chance to use these in a fight, but I couldn't think of a more fitting time to use them. Now, go, Destructo Disc, as Budo then went on to chime in, God, just watching this Saiyan still continue to fight is making my blood boil on over, because he shouldn't have gotten this far to begin with. Energy forged for the purpose of cutting its enemy down is both a sign of brilliance and desperation, Takira went on to avoid Goku's Destructo Disc by responding, and since you are now trying to bank on either immobilizing me by cutting me down or using these as a way to cut through the platform that I am standing on, whichever one it is, Goku, I can assure you that they will both fail, and I want you to watch and pay very close attention as to why I say they will fall short as I show you. In which, shockingly enough, the moment Takira was from there shown freezing one of Goku's Destructo Discs, and from that point being shown punching right through it, was when Yoshido then went on to chime in, oh, look there, he froze the Saiyan's energy cutting attack in place. So that's interesting, because I don't remember Takira being able to manipulate his opponent's energy attacks. Well, to be fair, the Grand Priest went on to then respond, I did go as far as to teach him this long after I was done training the four of you once upon a time ago, so at least he was able to remember this little technique that I helped teach him and apply when it most definitely mattered. Yeah, this guy is a whole lot better than I originally thought he'd be, Goku then went on to say to himself, and seeing him just stop my attacks and freeze them in place from out of nowhere only means that I'll have to try even harder if I hope to knock this guy off somehow, cause it won't be easy to do. Goku. As try again now Goku did, because upon Goku now being shown having to unleash more Destructo Discs and throwing them directly towards Takira was when Takira then went on to respond, and there's that flicker that I noticed from before. Either he knows that something is about to happen to that form of his, or he's doing this on purpose to try and throw me off. He assumes that these discs are going to weaken me. So either that, or he knows that his time is limited, and if his time is limited, then his momentum is limited too, in which upon Takira being shown now having to cut through one of Goku's Destructo Discs with his tail, not only was Takira now being shown continuing to counter Goku's attacks, but it was only just as he was now shown having to do so where he then went on to continue. Tell me, Saiyan, is this magnificent power that you've channeled beginning to escape you? Is that why you are attempting to distract me by using these cheap energy discs of yours? Or are you simply at the height of your power but outclassed when it comes to sheer experience? Maybe it's just me, but perhaps I am right to believe that I am starting to slowly notice a gradual decline in your strength, Takira continues. Either way, my vast array of experience and skills will be what overcomes the nature of your angelic force. To which once again, the moment Takira was now shown once again dashing towards Goku, that was when Yoshido went on to comment, wait a second, is that true? But I don't see the Saiyan showing any signs of slowing down or losing power if he's fighting on par with Takira. So what does Takira see that we don't? With the Grand Priest responding, perhaps there is a reason on why Takira believes what he believes while in battle against Goku, but it was like I said, we will wait and see what the outcome between them will both turn out to be as this continues. Well, I must ask, do you believe that there is some truth behind what Takira sees coming from Son Goku? Grand Minister Whis went on to then ask. Yes, there is, the Grand Priest then went on to shockingly respond, one which favors him and one that does not. And what I mean by this is that the only reason on why Goku, at least thus far, was shown being able to hold this power and use it seemingly perfectly was due to the preconditioned circumstances of having him already be exposed to Ultra Instinct before. So his body is naturally used to it, with Akuma then asking, so what you're saying is that he still has vulnerabilities, with the Grand Priest responding, well, yes and no. Vulnerabilities which he certainly isn't quite used to yet, but that could either make or break his momentum the longer this continues. To which back on down on the battlefield, as soon as Goku is now shown getting ready to strike Takira, upon Takira being shown missing one of his punches, was when Goku then went on to respond, you should have kept your distance when you did, because now I see my opening. In which indeed Goku now has, because upon Goku now being shown going on the offensive was when Akuma then went on to respond, so then it's a gamble between them, but I still don't see a scenario happening where the Saiyan outlasts Takira. Takira's known for his unique set of skills along with his incredible conditioning, so my money is on Takira wearing the mortal down in the long run. But at what cost is the question, Whis then went on to quickly respond. For that, we will watch and see what comes from this, which I can only hope favors my student when this is all over. In which back down below, as soon as Goku was now shown being on the offensive and attacking Takira, that was when Goku then went on to respond, and if I haven't turned you into a believer yet, Takira, then sooner or later I will bring you into the light and show you the ways of my true power. And I never expected for this fight to be easy, even after reaching this level of power, but I can only promise you that you will get exactly the fight that you've been looking for from us mortals. Girl, I don't like this, not one bit. Akuma then went on to chime back in, and it boils my blood just sitting here and watching it all unfold before our eyes. Are you starting to see the issue now? Budo then went on to angrily question. We were too easy on him. We allowed for this to happen. Well, to his credit, which I hate to admit, Akuma then went on to respond, but the Saiyan's doing good. Very good, in fact. So what do you all think? Because it looks like the Saiyan is taking more of a ring-out approach rather than any other, with Budo responding, oh, well, it's obvious that this is what he's trying to do, but there's no shot in hell that he's actually going to be able to pull it off. In which moments right after Goku was from that point shown knocking Takira back down, with Takira being shown firing multiple energy blasts back up at Goku, was when Goku then went on to respond, what a truly remarkable power. I can see everything coming almost as though it were moving in slow motion. I knew he would resort to knocking my blasts away, but it's his defense that remains difficult to break through, with his Ultra Instinct as his main source of offense. Unless he also knows, as Yoshido then went on to shout, watch it, Saiyan! Try not to smack one of those energy beams towards our direction, or you'll be hearing from my, what was it that these mortal creatures say? Lawyers, Hercules or something, right? Oh, whatever. You get my point, so watch where you're aiming. As it had only now appeared as though upon Goku being shown grabbing onto one of Takira's energy blasts that something was beginning to change, as Goku then went on to respond, "What incredibly dense energy, but why am I starting to feel a little different?" As even Whis went on to chime in, "Hold on a second, Grand Minister. Are you seeing what I'm seeing too?" With the Grand Priest responding, "I figured this would happen, but I wasn't expecting for it to come now, but was rather expecting for this to be the case later." Well, this was unexpected, though predictable since he isn't an angel by blood, which upon even Takira now being shown having to see this for himself, that was when Takira had now gone as far as to dash towards Goku's direction by then shouting, "So I was right, because there it is. There's my chance to silence him once and for all." "Oh no, no," Whis then went on to quickly shout, "his angelic power, it's completely fading. Now you are finished, Goku. This is the end for you and the conclusion of our battle." In which, shockingly enough, with this now having to be the case as Goku was shown dropping out of his angel form, that was when Akuma then went on to also shout, "That halo's completely gone. He's back to what he was before, Takira." Alright, Primal Goku then went on to quickly say to himself, "Then I guess it's either now or I'm finished for good." Oh, wait! Whoa! Easy now, Primal Goku went on to stick his hands out by shouting, "Now just hold on a second, because I want to use one of my lifelines." As even Yoshido went on to put this into question by then shouting, "Wait, he what? Really? Now? You're choosing to use one of your last two remaining lifeline perks that you have?" Takira went on to question. "So you're aware that you are no longer wielding that angel form anymore, aren't you?" "Yeah, I kinda started to notice that my body still needs to get properly adjusted to using a power like that, which is kinda like what happened against Universe 11's Jiren when I first discovered and unlocked the mastered variation of Ultra Instinct, only I think it's more of a stamina issue now. But I'll just need a little more time before I could fully use that power without dropping out of it, just like I did when I first used the early versions of Ultra Instinct, but since it's not really something that I'm fully used to yet, I figured that I'd use up whatever lifeline perks that I have before I go back into using that transformation and power again." With Takira responding, "Then it was your lack of experience with such levels of power. So in response, you pushed your body into overusing this power, which has now resulted in you having to now enter into a cooldown period, isn't that right? You overexerted yourself. Then time is what you need in order for you to go back into that realm of power, don't you? Then what is it that you propose, because I am no longer looking to offer you a second chance like I did before." Well, when you put it that way, then yeah, that was exactly what had just happened, but once I'm fully able to get better adjusted to that kind of power, then I'm more than likely sure that I won't be dropping out like this again, and that's a fact. Which, speaking of, since I'm all out of options here, and since I know that I can't really beat you by simply using my Primal Ultra Instinct form, then I think it's time that I called for some help. "Hey, Grand Minister," Goku then went on to shout, "I would like to use one of the last two lifeline perks that I have, and I would like to call for a partner of my choice in order to help me fight against Takira. And since I'm not exactly sure on how long this cooldown period for my body is going to last before I'm able to jump back into using that kind of angelic power, then I hereby want to select a partner." With the Grand Priest responding, "Well, this is certainly a surprise, but very well then, Goku. Who would you like to call for that will help aid you in battle against the second mightiest?" As Goku from there went on to point on up by then responding, "Well, the individual that I choose to help me fight against Takira is you, Grand Minister." And everyone was shocked as Whis then went on to respond, "Hold on, did I just hear that right? Did he really just choose you to help fight with him?" "Well, I second that," the Grand Priest responds, "as even I can't believe what I just heard, but yes, he's actually serious." "Wait, but can that even be done?" Whis went on to ask. "Is that within the rules, or is that acceptable?" What? But he just can't go and do that," Yoshido then went on to shout. He can't be serious," Akuma quickly responds, "but he is. Just look at his face. He really is," Yoshido continues. "He can't be serious on choosing the Grand Priest as his partner in this battle. Now, is he?" Takira questions. "Is that even allowed? There must be some kind of explanation within the rules that prevents the mortal from choosing the first ranking strongest as his ally in this battle." "Well, as flattered as I am to see you choose me of all warriors to aid you in this battle," the Grand Priest went on to respond, "I'm afraid your request cannot be fulfilled as the rules set in place of this tournament prohibit such actions. As your direct competitor in this tournament. Those who oppose you in battle cannot be selected to reverse the purpose of why they are there in the first place, Son Goku. And this, my friend, also happens to apply to Whis as well. Since you are directly training under him as his student, the law of the angels dictate that all angel attendees must remain neutral and refrain from combat unless given direct permission by me. And since Whis had already helped you train, he and myself cannot be selected, but you are free to choose again as long as the party that you call forth also agrees on the terms and conditions of helping you, as Goku then went on to respond, well, that really sucks. Oh, now let's see. Who can I choose to call here to help me that would have just the right attitude and mindset for combat? Let's see. Someone who is very aggressive and extremely strong. Oh, so many choices. Well, whoever I choose might not be anywhere near to Kira's level of power, but I need to choose someone who I know would keep fighting even when the chips are down. Hey, wait! I think I got the perfect one in mind. I finally got it, Goku then went on to shout. I know who I'll be choosing now, Grand Minister, so I'm ready to call them here. And so the warrior I choose to help me fight Kira is none other than Universe 7's God of Destruction, Lord Beerus. Oh, what's that saying doing? Akuma then went on to quickly ask. Now he's calling for destroyers to try and help him fight Kira, with Yoshido responding, Lord Beerus, that's the scrawny little purple one, right? Not the fat one, I take it. Well, this ought to be good. I haven't seen that little angry destroyer in over 1,000,000 years, with Whis having to chime in, Lord Beerus, well, now this ought to be a very interesting and unexpected little reunion of sorts, with the Grand Priest chiming in, well, a very good choice, Son Goku, but just remember, as long as those whom you call forward accept the fight at your side, then they will be given the freedom to fight alongside you until the very end of the round which you have called them for, Goku. And so now, I call onto the stage Universe 7's God of Destruction, Lord Beerus, on behalf of Son Goku's Lifeline perk. To which, shockingly enough, moments later, as an unsuspecting Beerus was now shown getting teleported into the Null Realm, it was only just as Beerus was now shown arriving where Beerus went on to question, what's going on here? Who dares to try and be bold enough to disturb me while I'm trying to take my Whis? Is that really you, Whis? And is that the Grand Minister? It is. And this realm, this is the Null Realm, isn't it? Oh, what's going on around here? Beerus then quickly went on to then shout. Just what the hell is going on, and why was I brought before Whis and the Grand Minister? Beerus went on to then put into question. Why was I summoned? With Whis having to then wave at Beerus by then shouting, well, hello again, Lord Beerus, and welcome back into the Null Realm. Oh, it's so good to see you after such a long time from being away. I hope that we haven't disturbed you in any way. Indeed, it's a pleasure to see you again, Destroyer of the Seventh, the Grand Priest went on to chime in. I brought you here upon the request which was made that required for your assistance in battle, the Grand Priest continues. Feel free to have a look around before we begin so you can better be accustomed to your surroundings. As from out of nowhere, that was when Primal Ultra Instinct Goku had gone as far as to address Beerus by shouting, hey, it's been a long time since we've last seen each other, Lord Beerus, and it's so good to have you here with us now, and I'm sorry for this sudden interruption, but I kinda need you to help me out with something, which was why I had the Grand Priest call you here, Goku continues. I hope you're not mad or anything, as a very agitated Beerus went on to respond, I should have known, damn that annoying little no-good stumbling, bumbling buffoon. Oh, and just what the hell gives you the right to just call me into this battle realm, you idiots? How dare you? Where is your honor, Saiyan? Do you have any idea on how disrespectful this is, you little twig? And just what the hell do you want? But then, it was only just as Beerus had now gone as far as to turn around and seeing Primal Ultra Instinct Goku for the first time, where Beerus then went on to continue, what in the world is this? That form and that power, you've completely changed. What the heck happened to you? What is this form? Oh yeah, right, this. Well, it really has been a long time, hasn't it? Well, what you're actually looking at is one of my 2 new transformations that I recently acquired, Goku went on to continue. You see, this form combines the most powerful aspects of my true nature as a Saiyan and as a student of the angels into creating one mega power, and my second form, which is a little tricky to get into and describe, is kind of something similar to Whis' power, only a little less stable. So Whis wasn't just bluffing. You really have changed and evolved your power beyond anything compared to where it was before. So this is the true nature of your power? And what do you mean by something similar to Whis? Just what are you talking about, Saiyan? You better start talking right now, with Goku responding, oh, well, I mean, the form I was able to go into and the power that I was wielding was the same kind of power that those angel attendees reside in. But that's not possible, Beerus then quickly went on to respond. You're no angel to be wielding power that is similar or on par to them. You're just Goku. Are you sure that you didn't smash your head on one of these giant floating rocks here or what? When did all of this happen? And don't you dare get the wrong idea here either, mortal. Whether you were able to discover 1 or 2 or even 10 new transformations, I'd still beat your face into the ground. You got that? So now start talking right now, Goku. Why did you have the Grand Minister bring me into this realm, and just what the hell do you mean by help you in battle? This better be good, as Primal Ultra Instinct Goku from that point had gone as far as to point out behind him by responding, well, you see, I'm kind of stuck fighting against the second strongest warrior in the entire multiverse, Takira, and so without that angel form that I was using, I can't really do anything in my current state to beat this guy, which was kind of why I had the Grand Minister just bring you here to help me. And so now that you're here, can you maybe team up with me to fight this guy? With Beerus then responding, wait, what did you just say? That name sounds familiar. Wait, hold on, so you brought me here to help you beat the second strongest warrior in the entire multiverse? Well, yeah, I originally asked the Grand Priest if he would assist me, but he said that since he's my direct competitor, that it would go against the rules that were laid out. So this was your ace card, Saiyan. Takira then went on to bow to Beerus beforehand. Greetings, mighty god of destruction of the seventh. It's been an extremely long time since you and I have last seen each other, and so I welcome you as my next opponent if you wish to engage against me. With Beerus responding, yes, indeed it was. Though I appreciate your signs of respect towards me, allow me to just have a quick word here with this one, so that way I may clear up any of the confusion here between us. Now you wait right there, Beerus continues. You called for me to be summoned and be brought all this way.
You suffer for that!
If you wish to save him, feel free to try it any time.
It took like 20 minutes, bro.
Can you hear me? Nimbus! I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to
Getting kind of hungry.
find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
I'm going to kill you.
Welcome.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
I'm going to kill you.
Gotcha.
You're my savior.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm grateful.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
Welcome. Thank you. Close.
I'm going to kill you.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
I'm going to kill you.
Nobody wants to fight. I don't know where this chick is. I need a civilian radar, bro. I think she's
That's
over
a new
there.
power key. Place it now.
Flying Nimbus!
Great. You know what to do with that key.
Oh, we got all the keys. And he's still level 1.
Let's pay them a visit. I'm going to kill you.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, 5 Dragon Balls.
The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now.
Welcome. Thank you.
Flying Nimbus!
How is this guy doing?
I don't seem to know my own strength. It's rather difficult for me to control this much power.
You serious?
Someone needs to grab that Dragon Ball. Oh shit, he got me. Hit him! Been some ass.
Now then.
That's the last ball.
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them. You've got all 7 Dragon Balls. Summon Shenron. Get the hell out of here!
Sorry, broski.
Flying Nimbus!
Maybe he has 2 bars of health left.
It shall be done. I will grant your wish.
It's been quite some time, hasn't it?
I do have my final Dragon Change I can help.
I think I'll demonstrate to you just how truly
You should be getting
terrifying my
supplies too.
power is before I end your pitiful lives.
Good job, T. Everyone did their part. We got the W.
out here just so that you could once again drag me into another one of your stupid games, Goku? Oh, now you listen to me and you listen up well. I am not going to jeopardize my integrity, my title, or my time by fighting to help solve your problems. You got that? This is your battle to wage, not mine, Beerus went on to then continue. So you go and figure this out and leave me out of your nonsense. You got that? So you're saying no? But I thought you always wanted to find a worthy rival to battle against, remember? Wasn't that why you went and kept me and Vegeta around so that you can one day fight us at our absolute best? So how is this any different? With Beerus responding, "Oh, it's different because I wouldn't be fighting you. So you can forget it because my answer is no." And so, second mightiest, the offer made by the Saiyan to help aid him against you is declined. I am not fighting you. With Goku then asking, "Wait, but why? I don't understand why you're so mad, Lord Beerus." "I understand, Great Destroyer," Takiro went on to then respond. "It's truly unfortunate to watch you decline his offer, but I humbly respect your decisions in choosing to do so, God of Destruction. Thank you for your answer." In which upon Beerus now being shown having to make his way towards the spectator seats, that's when Beerus went on to turn towards Goku by then telling him, "And just so you know, Saiyan, that if you are somehow lucky enough to walk away from this tournament with your life intact, then I'll be waiting for you the moment we go back to our universe. You hear me? Of all the days where you wanted to have me fight, you picked the day where I was trying to take a nap." With Goku responding, "Wait, but hold on, what do I do now since you said no? Oh, that doesn't sound very fair. Oh, really, Lord Beerus? Oh, come on now, don't be like that. And here I thought that you'd find a challenge like this to be an exciting one, so why am I to blame all of a sudden for just calling you here to team up with me? Oh, it would have been fun with Whis now being shown having to facepalm and responding, oh goodness, those two could never find any common ground to ever agree on anything. Oh, how truly embarrassing of a situation. Yes, well, how interesting, the Grand Priest responds. They don't appear to have a stable relationship, at least not on Lord Beerus's end, that is. Well, as unfortunate as this situation may indeed be for Goku, he is still not without an option to choose a partner upon his request to help aid him in battle against the second mightiest. And so now then, Son Goku, if you may, I would like for you to think long and hard on whom you will be choosing as your partner to aid you in this battle, the Grand Priest continues. And I will give you one more chance to think of any warrior whom you would like to be paired with to help you. And so now, who will you choose to call forward? And I must admit that although you've pushed me to the edge of my limits along with testing my patience in the process, every second that you waste only continues to fuel me. So now one of two things hold true that you have yet to reveal during our battle, Fusion. And don't think that I haven't caught on, Vegeta continues. So you are either hiding your true power from me, or this so-called supreme fusion of yours really isn't all that you made it cracked out to be. So now which one of them is it? Because I'm starting to grow very tired of these games. With Kuriza responding, now why would I want to tell you anything, Vegeta? Your resistance only serves to entertain me in the process, along with helping me fully test this fusion body of ours as a means of seeing how far we can go, Saiyan scum. But you seem to be in a hurry to want to know, and is that because you are finally starting to see how pointless it is to oppose me? Do you honestly still believe in that primitive head of yours that you have what it takes and the power that is needed to destroy a being such as myself? Which one is it? With Vegeta responding, mighty bold of you to try and lay claim over me when you were just moments away from being erased. You know as well as I do that your time is limited here against me, so now tell me the truth. What are you hiding? Vegeta went on to further question. Are you afraid that if you start to use more of your hidden power that those Potaras under those scuffs of yours are going to break and revert you both back to normal? Because I think that's exactly what it is. You're limited in this fight against me, and you know it. With Kuriza responding, is that what you honestly think, monkey? What a delusional little creature you are. Our Potara earrings were modified by Frieza's top scientists to ensure that our merger lasts for as long as we need it to, without breaking the two of us apart, you foolish little bug. I am nothing like what you assume I am, Kuriza continues. We studied how these Potara earrings work, and as long as we don't push them to its limits, works, then we will remain how we are for as long as it takes, and even if I'm forced to use more of my true power against you, then we will still remain intact while you crumble before the very might of our union, Saiyan. Your eraser technique can't fully work if you simply can't catch your target, right, Vegeta? And that's where you will fail, because without it, how will you stop me, Kuliza questions? And the answer is an easy one. Without it, you can't. So go on ahead and continue to grow stronger all you want. In the end, you will fail to surpass me and you will fail to destroy me. As if any of that is supposed to strike fear into my heart, Vegeta then went on to respond. You know nothing about the way fusion works, and once I'm able to finally get a hold of you, I am going to tear the two of you apart. One way or another, by the end of this day here today, this planet and the fruit of my destructive power will be the last thing that either of you and your stupid fusion will ever have the chance to see again. You've completely lost your mind, Vegeta. Your bloodlust and hatred for wanting to see me die has clouded your ability to maintain a level-headed demeanor, Kuliza responds, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Well, alright then, Saiyan, very well. I will start to show you more of what I can truly do little by little as I break you down. So if you wish to attack me, then don't waste your breaths, which as Vegeta had then gone as far as to dash on down, that's when Vegeta then went on to shout, then prove your worth and stay right where you are and I will gladly comply. This Saiyan's lost his mind, Kuliza then went on to say to himself. He is starting to act on his instincts to try and destroy me, which is starting to slowly eat away at his pride since he hasn't done it yet. Which upon Kuliza being shown having to now fire multiple energy blasts at Vegeta, with Vegeta being shown deflecting them away, that was when Kuliza went on to continue. This new form of yours has completely eroded your brain away from the truth. You can only keep this up for so long and you know it, monkey. Your body can only hold out for a little while longer, so why don't you just give up and submit your life to me as you rightfully should? Never in a billion years, Vegeta went on to push on through by responding. You should already know that I would rather die than ever submit to the likes of you. In which before you know it, as Vegeta was now shown having to punch the ground below as Kuliza had gone as far as to move away, that was when Kuliza went on to continue. What a delightful sight, isn't it? You are growing increasingly desperate here, and yet you have the nerve to call me a coward? Well, just take a look at how useful this destroyer power of yours is now. You can't even reach me in time, let alone lay your hands on me like you did before. But what happened, Kuliza questions? I thought you were supposed to be faster than me. You missed. With Vegeta responding, oh, that was instant. So, you know how to use instant transmission too, and you think running away will do you any good? With Kuliza being shown laughing and responding, and who said I was running away? You have yet to experience the depth of my true power, but you will in a matter of a few moments. That was the instant transmission, in fact. Quite the little move that I was able to pick up through the injection of those serums we took. But that's not all that I know, Vegeta. I know so much more than what I'm letting off to you, but you'll soon see. Are you impressed? Because you should be. And so I hope you've made peace with yourself here, Saiyan. So what do we do now? Do you want to go and try something on me like that again? I'm a little curious on what you're going to try and use against me next, so what's it going to be, Vegeta? Or should I go next? Then stay right where you are and don't move, Vegeta went on to respond. If you're so confident in your ridiculous power, then don't flee. Stay right there. Oh, don't worry, you little prince. I won't move. But I am curious to see on which attack of ours is stronger, so go on, hit me, Vegeta, and try not to miss me. And Vegeta meant business, because upon Vegeta now being shown firing off his Big Bang attack directly up towards Kuliza, Kuliza from that point had immediately gone as far as to retaliate with his own attack, as Kuliza went on to respond, oh please. This again,
7 out of
as
8,
if
just
cutting
the
down
one
your
mark.
previous attempts of blasting me into pieces wasn't further proof for you to see the vast difference between our power. Now watch this, in which upon Cooliza now being shown cutting right through Vegeta's attack, that was when Cooliza went on to continue, and if that was your best, then you are doomed, monkey. I knew he would try and counter my attack with one of his own, that little weasel, Vegeta says. I knew you'd try this, Hakai, Vegeta then shouts. Ah yes, and there it was again. That little Hakai of yours is certainly a very useful technique, Vegeta. Just imagine all of the insects that I could get rid of with an attack like that within my arsenal to use. I'll be sure to make note of that. But tell me something, Vegeta. Do you think that if I gave you the chance to attack me that you'd be able to make use of your opportunity and actually inflict a fatal blow on me? Or will you simply fumble and flop like you've always have? With Vegeta responding, then the only other way for you to find out then is to stay right where you are, like I said, and don't move. I'll be more than happy to accept your offer and shred you into pieces. That is, if you aren't a coward to back away from it now with your tail between your legs, with Cooliza responding, well, alright then, monkey, go on. Come up here and hit me with everything you've got. I will not give you another opportunity like this again. I'll stay right here and won't move. So what's your excuse now going to be, Saiyan? Are you scared that nothing you do will work? Hurry it up and do
Alright,
your
fun match.
worst. Mock my power, will
She
you?
started a
Vegeta
minute
went
or
on
two.
to then power up by shouting, you will not live to see the day where you regret what's about to happen, Fusion. Enough with these games. I'm done toying around, and so you're finished. Twitch seconds later, as Vegeta had now gone as far as to power up by dashing towards Cooliza, was when Cooliza then had gone as far as to say to himself, good, that's right, you gullible little fool. Right this way, right on time, and right where I need you to be. The monkey has no idea that as soon as he tries to make contact with me, that it'll already be far too late when he realizes my entire arm sticking out through the other side of his disgusting body. You've pushed me into a corner and forced my hand for the last time, Saiyan. And soon after, I will have my way with this world along with Son Goku and the Destroyer Beerus in no time, you repulsive barbarian. I am going to knock that head of yours clean off your body, Fusion! Yeah, that's right. Go for it, Vegeta. Right here. Come on. Yes, that's the way, Saiyan. Go on and use everything you've got to try and stop my fusion by using everything that you are made of to do it. Yes, good, Cooliza continues to then say to himself. The fool doesn't even realize what's about to happen to him in a matter of seconds. Yes, 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 now. In which as soon as we then see how both Cooliza and Vegeta were merely inches away from each other was when Cooliza had now gone as far as to attempt to impale Vegeta by then shouting, as if I'd ever give you the chance to try anything like this on me to begin with, Saiyan. Now give me that heart of yours so that I can watch you die in a pool of your own blood. Goodbye, Vegeta. But then, it was only just as Cooliza had now gone as far as to strike and missing Vegeta completely as Vegeta had gone as far as to disappear was when Cooliza went on to continue, what the? He just disappeared. Did he somehow know what I was going to do? Oh, now where did that damn monkey just go? In which all the while, in the meantime, as this was now shown happening, when then going back to Goku and to Kira, as with Goku now shown pondering on who exactly he was going to choose next, it was only as Kira was now being shown having to get very
Can you hear me? Flying Nimbus! I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
on the A key.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick. That's a new power key. Place it now. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Flying Nimbus!
This is the natural way of things. The proper order, if you will. The gods gave you minds capable of true wisdom, yet you wasted on self-interest.
Holy hell.
As I would expect from mortal.
Access the startup system from the central area. Then you're done.
Oh man.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Flying Nimbus!
Gotta grab this giant sphere once it drops.
A super transfer is headed your way. Take it now.
Oh man.
Someone needs to save that level 3. Come on, guys.
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Why is the team so stupid, bro? Yeah, I see shit. Are you guys on the time machine? Don't kill me, bro. I have to meet my sensu in peace.
Oh man, the startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you
Do I have a final dragon change?
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Come on, guys, go to the time machine. Man, I tried, bro. Where is everyone else? Dead. There's one person alive. Fuck it, bro. You suck, man.
Let's finish this. I can already tell.
This guy's trying to revive people. Don't revive people, bro.
Irritated as Takira then went on to respond, I won't have you stall for time any longer than you need to, Goku. So now hurry up and call for your partner of choice so that we may finish our battle and be done with this tournament once and for all, Takira continues. I won't have you keeping me around to wait any longer, so if you have a partner in mind, then call for him, with Primal Goku responding, yeah, no, I understand what you mean, but oh gosh, this was a lot tougher than I imagined it would be because now I really have to think of someone who is really strong that'll help me in this fight against you, but who? Hey, wait a second, Goku then went on to shout. I think I got the perfect person. Hey, sorry to keep you all waiting here, but I think I have just the right person in mind who I think would be the perfect person for the job here. So, if you may, I would like to call Vegeta here so that he could be my partner. He's the only one that I could think of who I believe wouldn't turn me or a good fight like this down, so if you can, could you please bring him here so that way we can continue our battle? With the Grand Priest then responding, ah yes, a very interesting choice, Goku. Then it shall be as we bring him into this realm to fight. And so now, I call forward the mighty prince of the Saiyans, Vegeta. Come forth and grace us with your presence. Wait, Vegeta who? The prince? These Saiyans are governed by a prince? Yoshido then went on to ask. Oh, that's rich. Now we gotta see who this is. In which, before you know it, during Vegeta's battle against Kuriza, as Vegeta was now shown being teleported in front of Goku, was when even the others had gone as far as to now notice something very unusual about Vegeta, as Akuma went on to chime in, hold on, look, he's here, and he's going to attack his ally? Wait a minute now, Beerus then went on to quickly chime in, are my eyes deceiving me, or is Vegeta using his master transformation in battle? As unbeknownst to an unsuspecting Vegeta, as he was now assuming for this to be Kuriza instead, was when Vegeta then went on to continue, now lend me your head and say goodbye, you coward! Vegeta, hey, whoa! What are you doing? It's me! To which, as soon as Vegeta had now realized that this in fact was no longer Kuriza, but now instead Goku, and stopping his punch inches away from Goku's face, was when Yoshido went on to chime in, whoa, talk about nearly knocking someone's head off, huh? The Primal Saiyan almost had his entire face smashed in just now. So is this the guy that he wants to fight alongside with him? Someone who's just as reckless as he is? Oh, this ought to be good. With Whis responding, my word, and just look at that form of his. Well, you were right when you said that Vegeta was also shown evolving during my time with Goku in the time chamber, but just who in the world was he shown using that power against, especially with how banged up he looks down there, with Vegeta having to then ask, what? Kakarot? What is this form you are wielding? With Goku then responding, whoa, Vegeta? What kind of form is that? I can barely even recognize you, Vegeta. And your power is absolutely mind-boggling. Just what in the world is that, and what happened to you? You look terrible. You're covered in blood and bruises. Were you training or something just now? Oh, you look so freaky while in that form, with Vegeta then responding, "This is my destroyer form as I went along to master my Ultra Ego form, but just what in the world is that? I've never seen you wield a form like this before. And why are your eyes yellow but your hair is silver? Is this it? Is this the true evolution of when you combine the greater sums of your powers, Kakarot?" Well, that was quite the entrance, the Grand Priest went on to then butt in. But now that your Saiyan reunion is over with, it is time that we now find out on just what exactly Vegeta will choose to do now that he is here, and we expect an answer immediately. As with the others now pondering on what exactly is about to come next, it was only upon Yoshido now being shown addressing Akuma was when Yoshido then went on to respond, "Say, do you happen to notice anything unusual coming from that other Saiyan that was just brought here? Is it me, or does the energy that I sense coming from him identical to that of a god of destruction, Akuma? This power and form that he is wielding is very different compared to this Saiyan who we've been fighting," with Akuma responding, "That's because it is. He appears to have destroyer energy that's coursing through him somehow," as Vegeta from that point had then gone as far as to now address Goku by then shouting, "Oh, do you have any idea what you've done? You better start talking right now, Kakarot. Where the hell am I, and why was I just suddenly brought here during the middle of something very important that I was taking care of? And who is that standing behind you? One of the 5 strongest? I demand answers from you immediately," Vegeta went on to then continue. "Who was the one that made the call to bring me here, and how the hell do I go back? This is not the time nor the place for me to be," as Takira then went on to address Vegeta by then responding, "You were selected by Son Goku and brought here by the Grand Minister as a means of joining the Saiyan in battle to fight against me. I am Takira, and I am the 2nd strongest warrior in the entire multiverse," Takira continues. "You, Vegeta, were handpicked by Son Goku to aid him in battle after your universe's god of destruction, Lord Beerus, had declined his offer to fight me as a team." Oh, wait a second here. You're meaning to tell me that I was brought here to help Kakarot beat you? You've got to be kidding me. And so what are my options here? Am I going to be forced against my will to help Kakarot if I say no? Correct, Takira responds. However, you are free to either choose to accept or deny this request made by Goku, as you have free range to either stay or leave if that is your choice. To which, upon Vegeta now being shown grabbing onto Goku by the shirt, it was only just upon with Vegeta being shown getting in Goku's face where Vegeta from that point then went on to shout, "Then I decline, Kakarot. Do you not have the slightest idea on just what the hell is happening back on Earth? There's a reason on why I'm using this new form of mine, and that's because Frieza decided to attack our planet. And what's worse is that he isn't alone," Vegeta continues. "He was somehow able to find a way to track down his brother Cooler, and now they're both on Earth alone after I tried to stop them, you idiots. But it doesn't end there either, because just when I was about to finally destroy them both for good, they were somehow able to get their hands on a pair of Potara earrings and fused. Gohan and the others are helpless to do anything to fight back, Kakarot. Which means that without me there to stop them, Earth along with the entire universe is defenseless to do anything to stop them both from taking over." Wait, what? Goku went on to respond, "Frieza's back, and he brought his brother along with him? And you're saying they fused too? But what about the others? Was this all happening while I was in this realm battling against the 5 strongest?" "Yes, more than likely, and so I must go back before it's too late." "Oh, damn it, how foolish of you to bring me here without knowing. Oh, Frieza has been training with his brother this entire time. They are nothing like you imagined they would be, especially with them both taking a serum that also happens to have our DNA inside of it. Frieza had been planning this the entire time, you clown. And so you can have your fight with the mightiest in the multiverse, but I'm going back. There's no telling on how much time is left before they destroy the planet, and so I'm not going to risk it, understand?" "But Vegeta, I just didn't know about any of this," Goku responds. "I thought Frieza had left us all alone a long time ago. Nobody ever would have expected for any of this to happen from out of nowhere. Oh, if I only knew, then I would have been down on on Earth with you to face them, but I just didn't know. Oh, you Saiyans are absolutely
Still here, man,
unbearable,
guys.
Budo
Still
then went
here,
on to
wait.
surprisingly chime in. The fate of your planet is none of our concern, mortal. If you are going to join your friend to battle against us, then hurry up and fight, because if you choose to decline, then quit wasting our time and go back to your universe. There are more important matters that we have to handle here, and so unless you want to be turned into an example like your comrade here was, then get out of this realm and stop stalling for time, Saiyan. Then why don't you try and come down here and force me out, fool? I don't care about who you are or what your title among the 5 strongest are, Vegeta went on to then continue. Either mind your own damn business or come down here and do something about it. This is between me and Kakarot, so shut your mouth up there or I'll shut it for you. This lunatic cannot possibly be serious now, is he? Akuma then went on to question. How dare you speak to us in such a disrespectful tone, you barbarian? Oh, so you want to die
we
early
found a
then,
match.
do you?
Just started
Budo
2
then went on to
minutes.
quickly respond
2
by standing
minutes.
back up. Fine, then let's do this. Enough, the Grand Priest went on to quickly intervene. You will not leave your throne. I will not have you cause any more trouble among those who are in the ring, Budo. You are to remain where you are and control your anger and allow them to be as they decide. Now stay. Groz, I will not be forced against my will to compete in something that requires my attention elsewhere, Kakarot. Our families and friends are all alone on Earth with no one to help them fight, and I will not, by any means, simply just allow for Frieza to have his way with any of them. Interesting. Well, is this true, Lord Beerus? Whis went on to then question. Were you able to sense Vegeta's battle on Earth against Frieza and his brother this entire time? Well, I don't know, Whis. As soon as Vegeta left my planet, I went along ahead to take a nap, Beerus responds. This is just terrible, Goku then went on to comment. And if I only knew that Frieza would go as far as to do this, then I would have just tried to postpone this tournament and just help Vegeta stop Frieza and his brother instead. Oh, he really pulled a fast one on us this time. And to also surprise us by using fusion as well. But just how in the world was Frieza even able to get his hands on a pair of Potara earrings like that? And what exactly is he truly planning that he has yet to reveal while returning? Well, you do as you want, but I'm leaving, Vegeta responds, and if you were smart enough, then you'd agree to come back too.
What is this? Can you hear me?
Flying Nimbus!
It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
You be careful too, okay?
You found a power key. Go slot it.
I need help! You're a big help! Flying Nimbus!
Two civilians right there.
You're my savior! my thanks.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. Great! You know what to do with that key.
Came off the Nimbus somehow.
Oh man.
Welcome. Thank you. Close.
Flying Nimbus!
I look for this damn E key now.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Barrier. All you can do is just dodge. Gosh, got cooked.
Bastard! Give it up already. Activating energy spell.
Welcome. Thank you. Close.
Saved my black ass.
But even then, I'm not going to stand here and wait for you to try and make up your mind. Hey, Grand Minister, Vegeta shouts. As much as I would love to fight against the top 5 strongest, I declined Kakarot's request to have me help him and ask if you would send me back to Earth, with the Grand Priest responding, goodness, well this doesn't appear to be your lucky day after all, eh, Son Goku? But very well then. Do you wish to be sent back right now? I cannot undo your request to leave if you choose to want to go back, and so I will only ask you this once. Are you sure about your decision? With Vegeta responding, I am. Now is not the time for me to waste on anything other than what is taking place on Earth right now, so my answer is final. Now take me back. Well, as you wish then, Vegeta. And what about you, Goku? You appear to be troubled by what Vegeta had told you involving the circumstances back on Earth. Your spirit appears to have been shaken and your focus has now shifted. What exactly is on your mind now that the news of Frieza's invasion has been broken to you? The Grand Priest questions. Do you perhaps also wish to go back to Earth too? I'm beginning to question on whether or not you are in the right state of mind to continue this tournament, the Grand Priest continues. Or maybe you wish to still continue after Vegeta is sent back home. So tell me, because you look like you have something to say, with Goku responding, well, I'd be lying if I said that my head wasn't fully in the game right now, but I can't help but feel guilty for not being there back on Earth to defend everyone from Frieza's wrath. So I'm kind of stuck right now on what I should do, because I just can't let Vegeta go back there and risk his life fighting them while he's all by himself. So I would feel as though it would be best if I did go back, with Akuma then having to chime in. Surely you can't be serious in possibly allowing for him to actually go back despite being in the middle of a tournament, now do you, Grand Minister? We were never summoned to fight him, only for him to blow us all off to handle other affairs. So if, and only if, he chooses chooses to want to leave, then he must be held responsible for the actions that he chooses to take and be held accountable. Yeah, I agree with Akuma on the matter, Yoshida went on to quickly respond. The mortal shouldn't be allowed to just be given free range to do as he pleases, with the Grand Priest responding, and therefore I am already well aware of such outcomes and am prepared to deal with the situation impartially. Then if that's the case, Takira went on to address Goku by telling him, then it's better if you go back and handle your business back on Earth and leave the rest for later. Go on and do this so that I may resume my fight with you while you're at your best and not distracted by outside issues. And if what your ally said is truly affecting your ability to fight, then go and figure it out so that way you are focused, with the surprised Goku responding, wait, so you really think it'll be for the best if I just go back with Vegeta to stop them? But what about you and the others who are here with us? What about the tournament itself? What would you do in the meantime? With Takira responding, if it means having you fight at your absolute best without having anything hinder on your ability to use that angel form of yours again, then go back to your planets if you need to and do whatever it is that the two of you must in order to better your overall situation before fighting me again. It's painfully clear that without that angel form, you aren't going to beat me. And unless you have Vegeta agree to fight me right now or call for someone else who will agree to face me, then you are hereby left without any other options, Son Goku, so it would be for the better if you go, with Goku responding, well, I really can't think of calling anyone else who would come close and even remotely matching you in power, so unless I'm now stuck here and forced to finish this, then Vegeta was my one and only best bet here, so yeah, I am all out of options. But if I do end up going, then what would this mean for us moving forward? Would the Grand Priest pause the entire tournament until I return? Well, that you will have to go and speak to him directly about, but either way, Takira continues, if it means that I can fight you again without having anything else get in the way of your focus towards fighting me, then I will wait alongside with the others until you have sorted out your issues with Vegeta back on Earth. I'm not the one who makes the rules here, but I will wait if needed, with Goku responding, well, I really appreciate that, Takira, especially if you're willing to offer me another chance to fight by letting me go and sort this issue out back home with Vegeta. Oh, so you're meaning to tell me that this idiot's brought me all the way out here just so he can want to go back to Earth? Why you, Beerus says, with Whis responding, Your Majesty, does this mean that you will allow for Son Goku to head back to Earth in order for him and Vegeta to take care of the problem at hand? It was as Goku had put it, what does this mean for the tournament if he chooses to want to go and leave with Vegeta now? With the Grand Priest responding, then it simply means that he's made his decision. After all, what does a tournament mean if one of its main competitors leaves during the finals, the Grand Priest questions? Then it means the tournament is over, is it not? But we'll see what Goku chooses to do, as I'm sure he knows that deep down on what decision he will want to go and make. So now then, I will grant your request to leave and go back to Earth now, Vegeta, but how about you, Goku? You do understand the consequences behind your actions if you choose to leave the tournament now, do you? So what will you choose to do, the Grand Priest went on to then ask. Do you choose to remain here and continue with the tournament as your battle with Takira resumes, or do you wish to go back to Earth and join Vegeta as you both face off against Frieza and his brother's fusion instead? I need an answer from you right now, with Primal Goku responding, well, as much as I would love to continue, I just can't let Vegeta go and do this by himself like this. And with Frieza bringing his brother on Earth and having them fuse like this only just means that I have a duty to be there on Earth and help everyone during their time of need. So my request is that you please send me back with Vegeta so that we may finish what Frieza and his brother started back on Earth. And as I'm only then hoping that we can resume right after, with the Grand Priest responding, very well then, you have made your decision, as I will send you both back to Earth immediately. However, I am rather very intrigued to see how the two of you will go and engage against such a threat, and so therefore, I have an idea which I believe will be a very good one indeed, and so now let's just see how this goes. Off we go! In which all the while, with the Grand Priest now being shown having to snap his fingers when then going back onto planet Earth and seeing as to how Cooleza was now creating a gigantic supernova above him, it had only now become fairly evident that Cooleza was now looking forward in destroying everything, as Cooleza then went on to respond, did that pathetic Saiyan really believe that he could just disappear and leave our battle so suddenly without me having anything to say about the matter? I warned that god monkey on what would happen if he pushed me too far. I tried warning that little worm that I would rip everything away from him and leave him with nothing to salvage behind, and that is exactly what I'm about to do, whether he's here to do anything about it or not. I'm done playing around, Kuliza continues. Everything that Barbarian knows and loves will be eradicated without a trace of any of it to be left behind in the process. No one will survive and it'll all be vaporized within an instant. I am both the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end of all living things in this universe. Gohan, I can barely move, Piccolo went on to wake up by addressing Gohan. Where's Vegeta? I don't sense his life energy anywhere. Did he die? I don't know what happened to him, Gohan then went on to respond by crawling towards Piccolo. He just vanished during the middle of his fight with that monster, so we have to try and do something to stop him before it's all too late. I wait for no one, Kuliza went on to utter. My reign as the king of all starts now. This is where everything you've all had known dies, Kuliza then shouts. I am far beyond this world and the life forms on it. Now disappear within the light of my power. To which upon Kuliza now being shown throwing his supernova down, it was only just upon with Kuliza now preparing himself and wiping out the entire planet was when Kuliza then went on to continue. Now let's see the planet that you find yourself coming back onto once it's all been destroyed. But then it was only just upon with Kuliza now beginning to sense something very unusual coming from his blast was when Kuliza went on to continue. Wait, why did it stop? As a massive wind gust was now being shown having to emanate right towards his direction was when Kuliza went on to continue. It's impossible! There's something pushing it back, and it's rapidly approaching. It couldn't have been anyone else who is strong enough to push this ball of energy right back up towards me. To which upon Kuliza now being shown having to once again push back was when Kuliza then went on to continue. As if you think sending my own attack back at me will do you any good. This is my attack, and I am the one who is in complete control of this, not you. In which the moment Kuliza was then shown having to send his attack right back down, only for it to be shown stopping yet again, was when Kuliza went on to question, wait, my attack just collided against something before it hit the ground. As lo and behold, surprisingly enough to the shock of Kuliza and everyone on Earth, we only from that point then see how it was in fact the Grand Priest that had gone as far as to stop Kuliza's supernova. As Beerus went on to chime in, well, would you look at that, Whis? Vegeta was indeed telling the truth about these monsters. So Frieza was actually able to find a way to use the Potaras and fuse with his brother. What a complete abomination, with the Grand Priest responding, though I understand your intent for this wasn't really meant to be directed towards any of us, but you should really watch on where you're redirecting these attacks of yours if you wish to not start a fight that you possibly cannot finish, Fusion. The Destroyer Beerus and his Angel, Kuliza questions, and just what are they doing here? And that one there in the middle, I remember him. That's the Grand Priest, isn't it? But they aren't the only ones who are here, Kuliza continues, because now I'm starting to sense others here with them too. To which, as of course this was now the case, because with Whis, Beerus, the Grand Priest, Budo, Akuma, Takira, and Yoshido now shown having to arrive on Earth, it was only just as the Grand Priest was now shown having to vaporize Kuliza's attack where Akuma then went on to chime in. So this was the creature that had been troubling these Saiyans. There is something very unusual about their power that I can feel coursing through that body of his up there. And for a mortal fusion, the energy that I sense coming from them is fairly impressive, Akuma continues. But nothing compared to our power, of course, to say the least, with Yoshido responding, indeed, but what do you all think? Do you think this fusion is stronger than the miracle mortal that we were just fighting against? I doubt it, Takira responds, but we will wait and see what comes, with Budo responding, now I remember that name. While looking into Goku's history for me to use against him, I remember seeing how big of a problem this creature was towards them, in which upon Kuliza now being shown having to gaze back down and noticing two separate individuals below, that was when Kuliza went on to respond, I knew there would be more of them, but what's that down there? Wait, is that where Vegeta went to? Did he really leave and bring him here? Could it really be them? Oh, but it is. It really is, Kuliza continues. Vegeta is back and he's with Son Goku. Goku. To which in all their glory as Primal Ultra Instinct Goku and Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta are now shown standing side by side. It was only soon after, right, having to initially deflect Kurile's blast from hitting the earth was when Yoshido went on to respond, "Oh, now this ought to be good then, and since we already know what one of them is capable of since we were right in the middle of fighting him just now, and I'm actually starting to get very excited to see what the other one with the purple hair is capable of too." And with the two of them now looking to engage against this fusion by themselves, does anyone here want to make any wagers on which one of these two between the Saiyans and the fusion is going to come out victorious here or what? We'll reserve our stances on which one of them will emerge victorious in the end, Akuma quickly responds. I'm more interested to see how these Saiyan warriors are when it comes to fighting as one. And since we've already seen what the mortal Goku is made of, I wonder if his ally next to him, Vegeta, is also just as strong as his Saiyan friend there next to him. Either way, what do you think, Takira? With Takira responding, I see a great conflict between these warriors, but pay attention to that fusion, with Goku then having to respond, so that's their fusion, huh? Wow, their power is incredible. So, you said they took these serums that had a bunch of our DNA in it that would give them a boost, right? With Vegeta responding, yes, and so they are also able to use our very own attacks and techniques against us in battle too, with Kuriles then having to chime on down by responding, well, so it looks like the gang is all here. And you went and brought Goku here to die along with you. Well, greetings, monkey. It's been so long since we've seen one another. Yes, what are the odds that the two of you would be here at this exact place and within this exact same time too? And is that really you down there, Goku? My oh my, you appear to have discovered a new transformation as well, I see. How interesting. Well, what a way to slaughter two annoying monkeys than by using one stone to do it now that my chance is finally here. So what's the plan here? Because you know more about their power than I would, Goku went on to then address Vegeta by telling him. So what are we dealing with here, Vegeta? Should we just go in there and attack them head on, or wait? With Vegeta responding, he's a lot stronger than he's letting off, so don't let him bait you into thinking otherwise. He's extremely sharp, Vegeta says. There might be a way for us to obliterate him another way if our conventional attacks fail to stop him, so whatever happens, keep your eyes locked on him. To which upon Kuriles now being shown having to power up even more, that was when Kuriles went on to then shout, of all the chances in the world that I could have foreseen, I will not waste a single moment of this opportunity to destroy you both here and now. Especially now that the two of you are here and vulnerable. I will complete my mission. Now prepare to finally meet your end by the hands of the most powerful being in the entire universe. And I promise that this time, neither one of you will have the chance to escape me now that you're both here with me. Now let us finally put an end to our story for good. To which upon the moment of impact, as Kuriles was from that point then shown having to collide into Goku and Vegeta, that was when Beerus went on to chime in, I don't like this, Whis, though I know I shouldn't be concerned, especially since I know that my student can hold his own down there. What exactly did Frieza and that brother of his that he's fused with do to alter themselves before coming here? With Whis responding, well, it sounds like Frieza had been carefully training and watching our friends very closely down there for quite some time. Of course, given all that Vegeta had said in order to have Frieza be where he is now, I'm afraid that Frieza went and took any and all possible measures that he could get his hands on in order for him to become the strongest that he could possibly be, Whis went on to then continue. And since you weren't around to see what Goku is capable of, I have no doubt that Vegeta and Goku will emerge as the winners by the end, with the Grand Priest responding, well, these Saiyan warriors certainly love a good battle now, don't they? And it's quite fascinating if you ask me, but we will wait and see how the two of them will respond against such an interesting and yet very powerful enemy in this Kuriles, with Beerus chiming in, well, now I'm starting to see why Vegeta was so distracted the entire time that he was training on my planet. He was able to sense something more that was coming from Frieza, to which upon Kuriles now being shown attacking both Goku and Vegeta, it was only just as Kuriles went on an unrelenting pursuit in attacking them both was when Kuriles then went on to respond, the two of you couldn't possibly understand what the two of us had to go through in order to have this day finally happen and lean towards our favor. And though the two of you may have reached new levels of power, it still won't be enough to destroy me. To which upon Kuriles now being shown attempting to to strike Primal Ultra Instant Goku with Goku now shown vanishing, that was when Goku went on to respond, "You are in way over your head if you honestly think that your fusion will be what finally takes us out. We've battled against fusions before," to which upon Goku now being shown striking Kuriza, that's when Goku went on to continue, "And you're no different than the ones we've battled with before. And you're even more insane to believe that you could rival our power too. You will never be given the chance to destroy what me and Vegeta have fought so hard for to protect. Now Vegeta, he's disoriented and wide open." To which upon Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta now being shown making his move and attacking Kuriza, that's when Vegeta went on to comment, "Tell me now, did you feel that one, you cowards? You should have kept your distance and taken your chance to leave this planet the moment you saw me return with this clown next to me. You and I are far from finished, and I want to see you spit out more blood as I punch your organs out. Mark my words, like I told you earlier, one way or another, I will find a way to tear you both apart." Hey, these two actually work quite well with one another, now don't they, Yoshido then went on to question, in which upon Vegeta now being shown having to punch Kuriza right towards Goku's direction, that was when Vegeta then went on to shout, "Kakarot, on you! Send him back towards my direction now!" Interesting, the way these two are shown moving together when targeting someone is very impressive, Takiro went on to chime in, but this enemy they are facing still holds a few advantages over the Saiyans if they are not careful. But it's obvious to me that this is not the first time that these two were shown fighting someone like this. "Oh, you troublesome little monkeys are doomed!" Kuriza then went on to shout at Goku by dashing towards him. "I'll die, Goku!" But then, it was only just before Kuriza had the opportunity in making contact where Goku then went on to respond, "I don't think so, you monster," to which upon Goku now being shown having to successfully avoid Kuriza's strike, that was when Budo went on to chime in, "Despite my burning desire to jump on down there and destroy them both, especially Son Goku for robbing me of victory during our battle, I will admit that the Saiyans' tactics are slowly working. Their synchronized movements are starting to distract and hurt this fusion while he's still trying to go after them both at the exact same time. And I cannot believe that you'd come back and try to do what you did before despite us letting you live several times over," Goku then went on to tell Kuriza, "including watching you spare us on Granola's planet, Frieza. But scum like you will never learn no matter how many chances you are given to try and change. Oh, Vegeta, quickly, he's all yours," Goku then went on to proceed upon having to be shown punching Kuriza in the face. Well, be that as it may, and as good as these two happen to work together, Akuma went on to then chime in, they are both still very far from perfect. And that fusion they're fighting appears to be hiding something much more than what meets the eye, that much you can tell just by looking into his eyes. And what makes this entire situation even more interesting, Akuma continues, is the fact that the fusion whom they are both fighting doesn't appear to be getting weaker either, with Beerus chiming in, "Well, they better not fumble, especially Vegeta since he's obviously representing me in all of this. Goku I can care less about. The Saiyan warrior who harbors the power of a destroyer reminds me a lot of you, Budo," Takiro went on to then respond. "He fights with pride and great conviction similar to you, a warrior who appears to be centered around his will to overcome the odds that are placed before him no matter the cost. Interesting." "Oh yeah, right. Me and that destroyer Saiyan have nothing in common for us to be compared to," Budo then went on to respond. "But what do you see coming from this fight? You said that you saw a great conflict take place, but it only looks as though the Saiyans are in complete control of the situation below," with Takiro responding, "That's because there appears to be a part of that fusion that is letting them," Takiro went on to then respond, "and I can only imagine it's because that fusion is looking to adapt and get stronger just like those Saiyans below," with Budo responding, "Well, either way you want to look at it, they better hurry it up so that we can finally go back and finish that mortal Saiyan off once and for all and be done with everything for good. Say, is anyone else getting itchy feet to want to go down there and jump into?" Yoshido then went on to question. "Seeing them all fight like this only makes me want a piece of some of that action down there too, you know," with Akuma responding, "Remain where you are, Yosh. Unless we are directly provoked, then we will watch as they all handle their business below." In which all the while when then going back to Kuriza, Vegeta, and Goku, it was only upon Kuriza now being shown having to fight back was when Kuriza then went on to shout, "Oh, did you dirty monkeys really think that I wasn't going to prepare for this very day? I trained for every possible scenario against you both, and so I will not have this battle lean in your favor together or not. I'll use everything that I've been given and learn to annihilate you all. In which moments later, as Kuliza was now shown firing multiple death beams in multiple different directions, that was when Kuliza went on to continue. And even despite your combined attempts, you still can't break through my impenetrable defenses. Your teamwork may have brought us to a standstill, but just remember that I am the harbinger of your ultimate destruction. And I don't care which one of you dies first, because whichever one of you perishes first will be the first head that I use to mount on my wall. To where, interestingly enough, as we only from that point then see how both Goku and Vegeta were now beginning to use two very different methods of approach in countering Kuliza's attacks, was when Whis went on to chime in, yes, Goku, just like that, show those who stand to oppose you the true might of your ferocious power. This was the way, as Beerus also went on to chime in, yes, very good, Vegeta, that's the aggression that I was looking for you to maintain in battle. Now keep up this momentum and destroy this fusion. Oh, curse them, Kuliza then went on to respond. They are really starting to get on my bad side with these tactics they're using to survive against me. And I've had it. I cannot leave this world until I make sure that the both of them are lying dead beneath my feet. But it was only just as Vegeta and Goku were now shown slowly having to close on in was when Yoshido went on to respond, uh-oh, and there they go. They're both starting to close in on that purple lizard down there, so I think we're likely going to see this be the end of it, because I don't see this fusion overcoming the might of these two Miracle Saiyans. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe that fusion will do what the mortal did against us during the tournament and surprise us all with something different. He's confused on what to do next, Primal Goku then went on to shout. Now's our chance to smash him. Yes, good. Now don't hold anything back and hit him with everything you've got until you start hearing bones break. As this was only the exact moment to which Goku and Vegeta had now gone as far as to do this, because upon their initial collision by crashing into Kuliza was when Vegeta then went on to ask, what's wrong, Fusion? Are you starting to doubt your own ability to destroy us or what? I thought this was what you wanted, didn't you? Well, let this be a reminder that even while combined, you could never destroy what we've become, fool. Oh, that's right, Goku then went on to quickly shout. And no matter what you try and use against us, we will never allow for either of you to ever have your way with this planet. Now give up, Goku then went on to continue. Either give up now or you will be destroyed, with Kuliza responding, oh, the two of you are really beginning to get under my skin. And I will not have either of you go on and destroy everything that we've worked so very hard for to achieve. Enough is enough, Saiyans! Enough is enough! Your days of interfering with my plans are over, Kuliza then went on to blow Goku and Vegeta away by shouting. You both think that you can undermine me? Well, I'll show you the true meaning of terror. Well, it looks like we may have found someone who's even angrier and more unstable than Budo is, huh? Yoshido then went on to ask. Well, talk about losing. Unstable than Budo is, huh, Yoshido?
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Welcome.
Flying Nimbus!
You found a power key. Go slot it.
I've arrived. At last.
That was pretty quick. And I hear this chick, but I don't see her.
Another power key. Use it quick. An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Let someone else have that.
Stay calm.
He was up there. Oh, this is the one Terrence was telling me about. Everyone blocked this guy. Fucking Broly user.
Calm yourself, Broly.
Shut up, nigga. This.
You're cool during the middle of a battle, eh? Oh, don't you ever dare compare me to such a weak creature, Yoshido. The fusion was clearly up to something, so now watch. His energy is starting to spike. Oh, you two have pushed my buttons for the last time. Our story will end with its final chapter being written in both of your blood. You two still have a long way to go if you think you've beaten me, monkeys. And if I only knew that the two of you would achieve and reach new levels of power, then our strategy used against you both would have been very different, but it doesn't matter. You two have yet to experience my true power, and I'm sure that you both already know exactly what this means moving forward. And if you don't, then let me go and remind you little weaklings on exactly who you're both dealing with. So as of course, just like the two of you, I too also have another little secret transformation that I was waiting to use when the time called for it, Koliza continues. And since Cooler and Frieza had evolved themselves into reaching two different levels of power, what you both are about to see happen next is going to be both of their powers combined into one. Now there's no telling on what may happen once I draw this form out and onto the surface, since of course it would be the first time that we had to. Either way, you are both as good as dead, and you don't even know it yet, monkeys. So we were right to suspect that they'd have another hidden transformation that he's been holding out on us, Primal Goku then went on to respond. But then what would that mean for their fusion if he's really willing to exert and use up all of that power just to destroy us? I don't like where this is going, Vegeta, as Vegeta from that point then went on to respond by laughing. And do you honestly think that this is supposed to scare us? I told you this before, and I will tell you this again. No matter how much you try and destroy me, you will only be helping me by allowing for me to grow stronger and stronger until you run out of gas. So try it. With Takira chiming in, the tides are about to suddenly change in favor of their enemy. And the gap between their power due to whatever modification was made to gain this leverage is about to narrow down nearly to a close between them all. What you both are about to experience will be the last thing that either of you will ever have the chance to see, Koliza then went on to continue. This, my little slaves, is my ultimate and final evolution, with Goku responding, whoa, his energy almost feels like it's boiling over, and I can sense our collective energies coursing in and out of his body, almost like we did when we first encountered and battled Cell. So, what do you think, Vegeta? Think we can do this? With Vegeta responding, well, just like Cell, they too will both suffer the same fate that he did. I'm not scared. Let him evolve, but whatever happens, leave them to me in the end. To which upon Koliza now being shown having to power up ever so intensely, that was when Beerus went on to chime in. What the? Hold on, wait a second. Was that fusion truly hiding even more power from the Saiyans that he wasn't letting off this entire time? Oh, that damn Frieza. I'm almost certain that this was all his doing, with Whis chiming in. Well, sadly, I'm afraid so. Now, I doubt that whatever this fusion reveals to us will effortlessly destroy Goku and Vegeta this power, but we will wait and find out on if in fact Frieza's fusion can do it or not, to which as Kuriza was now shown transforming, that was when Yoshido had gone as far as to point out, hey, check it out. It looks like that fusion really wasn't bluffing about his power after all, huh? They look like they're about to explode down there with the amount of energy that he's shown exerting all at the same time. Well, this could prove to be a much bigger challenge for those Saiyans down there than I originally thought he would, the Grand Priest responds. Oh yeah, now see, this is what I'm talking about down there, Yoshido went on to clap by responding. See, now that's what I wanted to see. Bravo, Lizard Fusion, bravo indeed. Watching them transform like this is really making me want to jump down there and see what this guy is all about before he ends up fighting the other two. Hey, if you Saiyans end up dying in the middle of your fight against this guy, then I call dibs on fighting him next. You've pushed my patience to the brink of its limits, and now I will show you both the true meaning of absolute power and despair. So now behold my all, Saiyans. In which just as a blinding flash of light was now beginning to emanate, that's when Vegeta went on to respond, "Gah, there's no way that their fusion should be outputting this much power without breaking their body down in the process. God, curse that Frieza. He had to have made sure to cover all of the areas that he needed to get ahead. And it doesn't feel like it's stopping either," Goku then went on to respond. "His power just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Oh great, now what?" Whoa, my word, what an amazing power indeed, the Grand Priest went on to respond. And to see it come from a mortal fusion is nothing short of impressive, to say the least. Well, now this ought to be something for us to see, with Beerus responding, "Oh, why that dirty Frieza. He made sure to go and use every possible trick in the book that he could take in order to reach this level of power. All those Saiyans better take care of this freak quickly." Whoa, Goku responds, "You've got to be kidding me. So this is Frieza and Cooler's full power while fused together? Vegeta, this doesn't look good for us, especially since we're both exhausted," with Vegeta responding, "All those rats. They significantly magnified their power beyond their previous limits." To where seconds later, as we now finally get to see Kuriza's ultimate and true power now having to be manifested onto the surface, it was only just before both parties were then shown engaging where Kuriza went on to respond, "And here you fools honestly believed that I wasn't capable of going even higher than where I was before. And I have become a true force of nature, the likes of which has never before been seen. And here I stand before you far beyond what either of you thought was possible. So I welcome you, Saiyans. We are now in the end game of our story, and no matter what you both try and do, you cannot escape the impending doom that waits for you. The combined sums of Cooler's platinum form and Frieza's black transformation has now given birth to a new godlike warrior. And so from here on, before you are both destroyed, you can now refer to this as Omega Kuriza. And now to finish our story once and for all, are you both ready? I want you both to gaze upon the incarnation of your deepest, darkest nightmares that has now manifested into becoming your unfortunate reality, Saiyans. What you are seeing is the epitome of supreme power. And if you thought that I was difficult to destroy before, then the two of you stand no chance at what I am now. And as it stands, I am stronger than both of you, and you know it. So it doesn't matter who you decide to bring here with you or how many of you attempt to attack me together, you will all single-handedly fail. So you can both try as much as you'd like, and I'll gladly show you the difference now between us. First, I will punish you both, inflicting as much physical damage onto your individual bodies that I could, and once I've had my fill at watching you each suffer, then that's when the two of you will be destroyed. Interesting, the power emanating from this fusion is extremely abnormal, Budo went on to then chime in, and from what I can sense down there, he also appears to be much stronger than the Saiyan mortals as well. What say you, Akuma? I agree, Akuma responds. However, I doubt that it'll be an easy fight for that fusion to win, especially since neither of these Saiyans look as though they're about to give up anytime soon. Keep your eyes on them at all costs, if anything, with Primal Goku then responding, "Oh well, this is just great. Now their fusion is far above what either of us are within the moment, and we're only starting to get more and more tired the longer this continues. Oh, any ideas on how you want to go about this, Vegeta? With Vegeta responding, oh, well, dropping out of either one of our forms isn't going to help us, so whatever happens, make sure that you remain in your primal form while you can. It's either going to be him or us, and so we have to try and find a way to slow him down before he gets going. You Saiyans could never understand the depths of the rage and hatred that festers within me that I have for the two of you. And the gap between our power now couldn't be any more obvious if it already wasn't before. And so here's one of many examples of what I mean. This little ball of energy here has enough power behind it to wipe out our entire universe if ignited. And so what makes either of you believe that you can possibly compete with what I am now, Kuliza asks, let alone what I have yet to fully show you both once we start fighting again. We took every possible approach that we could in order to make sure that we never fall to either of you monkeys ever again, even if it meant temporarily mixing your DNA with ours to do it. Now this is going to be good, Yoshido then went on to comment. What do you think, Takira? You think these two will have what it takes to be done with this fusion so that we can go back and finish that tournament, or are they both doomed? With Takira responding, unless they are able to find the source of that fusion's weakness, then they will fall, so I wouldn't rule them out of this yet, so let's see. I possess the greatest power in the entire universe with no equal in sight, Kuliza went on to then continue, and what you both are about to experience will be the last battle that either of you will ever wage. Our might knows no bounds, our potential knows no bounds, and our power is second to none, especially when compared to yours. And don't you dare even think for 1 second that our fusion is anything remotely similar to either of yours, Kuliza continues, because unlike your fusion, ours isn't limited by the restrictions of our power output, which means that we can continue to grow stronger along the way with no drawbacks on how long we can remain fused either. The full hour is more than enough to crush you both beneath the might of our ultimate power, and that is exactly what we intend to do now that we're ready to finally put you both to rest. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Takira? Budo then went on to turn by asking, because from what it sounds like, if that fusion is somehow able to destroy the mortal Saiyans below, then he will likely try and challenge us next, which would certainly be a big mistake if he does. So should we go and put an end to him now or what? With Takira responding, this is not our battle, so we will remain here and watch in the meantime. We have no business getting involved in something that doesn't require us to be a part of, and so unless they are foolish enough to attack us first, then we will wait and watch. As Kuliza had now gone as far as to stick his arm out by then responding, you two have stood in the way of my plans for the very last time. Our destinies couldn't be any more intertwined, especially with the history that we all share, which is why this is going to be so extremely satisfying for me, and so it begins then. And since he's already here, this will now save me both the time and the trouble of looking for him once you both die, because once you are both dead and out of my way for good, then the god of destruction, Beerus, is next. What did that freak of a fusion just say? Beerus went on to then ask. Correct me if I'm wrong in case my ears aren't properly able to hear what they just said, but did Frieza's fusion just mention coming after me after he destroys both Goku and Vegeta down there? Oh, now that does it. With Whis chiming in, I wouldn't jump into this battle quite yet if I were you, my lord, as if it wasn't obvious already, this Omega variant that Kuliza is displaying is much stronger than you are. So this battle does not involve any of us, as Takira mentioned, and so we will leave this up to Goku and Vegeta to take care of, since this was of course why we came here in the first place, to which as Kuliza was now shown aiming his arm back down, it was only just before Kuliza was now shown getting ready to make his move where Kuliza then went on to respond, now I think it's time that we start to see just how good the two of you really are. Yes, now let's start with seeing how good your eyes are. So you better both start moving fast, because I'm about to pick the two of you apart without you even having the chance to see what hit you. Oh, this is it. He's about to make his move on us, Vegeta. Stay sharp. With Vegeta responding, I'm ready, but look closer. He isn't using energy in a way of creating any sort of energy attack, which means it's a forced base attack. Kakarot, get out of the way now or you'll be caught! To which seconds later, as the ground beneath them was now being shown getting completely destroyed, it was only just after both Vegeta and Goku were now shown getting out of harm's way was when Vegeta then went on to shout, "Oh damn them! That was way too close of a call and we barely even saw it coming. Are they nuts or what?" But then, it was just from out of nowhere where Omega Cooliza was now shown making his first move on Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta by from there being shown kicking him away, as Cooliza then went on to respond, "Let's get this out of the way now and start with you, since you and this ridiculous destroyer power of yours has been a thorn on my side since the very beginning, Vegeta." Whoa, now that was fast, Yoshido then went on to chime in. Not bad, actually, not bad at all. They took the fusion's bait and fell right into his oncoming attack, which caught the purple one off guard. What a bunch of idiots, especially that mortal Goku, Budo then went on to respond. Well, let's see if he can do what he did against us with this fusion, and for his sake, they better hurry up and win. Never mind the amount of times where you should have died a long time ago before, Vegeta. I promised that I'd show you pain. I tried warning you that this would happen, but at least now I will have the chance to crush you both since Goku's here with you. Now start begging, Saiyan. I want to hear you beg for your life. But then, it was only just now from behind Cooliza as Primal Ultra Instinct Goku was now shown making his way towards him, where Cooliza then went on to continue, and here comes the other one to the rescue. Yes, monkeys always did manage to travel in packs before they were all destroyed by me. That's right, Goku, right this way. Now let's see which one of our Apex forms is truly the superior of the two. In which upon Primal Ultra Instinct Goku now shown having to attempt to strike Cooliza with Cooliza all of a sudden now vanishing, that's when Cooliza went on to then continue, "Oh, I'm sorry, were you thinking that you'd catch me off guard and assume that I wouldn't already see you coming, Saiyan? Perhaps I was just expecting for you to be a little faster than this, God Monkey. Now don't tire out on me just yet, slave, because it's my turn now." Oh, damn it, where did he go? Goku then went on to further question. No, his reaction speed is a lot greater than I thought it'd be, and so now where did he go? And it feels like he's using instant transmission to move around, but it also feels like he's a lot faster than that too, with Vegeta then having to shout, That's because he is! To your side, Kakarot! He's coming up right next to you! In which from out of nowhere, before you know it, as soon as Cooliza was now shown having to strike Goku on the side of his ribs by using his knee, was when Omega Cooliza went on to respond, "Now that's what you call true speed, God Monkey. You two are a complete joke compared to what I am now. So come now, Goku. There is much for me to show you." In which upon Cooliza now being shown dragging Goku away, it was only just as a very angry Vegeta was beginning to oversee this where the Grand Priest then went on to chime in, and I must admit and say that to see Cooliza's fusion be able to fight apart both Goku and Vegeta like this is definitely impressive, and yet also very alarming too, to say the least, as Vegeta went on to comment, "Oh, this is just insane. There has to be some kind of a way to disorient their fusion, but how? If what they said about their enhanced time limit is true, then surely their hour has to be coming to an end soon, but are they aware? No, they certainly must know, unless their arrogance has blinded them from the truth. And if that's the case, then that leaves them vulnerable. Their power output could be the key to ripping their fusion apart in the long run." In which when then going back to Cooliza and Goku, with Cooliza being shown throwing Goku back down onto the ground, that was when Cooliza went on to respond, "You Saiyans could never understand on how long I've waited to see this day between us. While the two of you were busy training away, I made sure to take every possible approach that I could in order to counter everything that either of you would ever throw my way. Everything, you dirty little monkeys. I've harnessed my anger in ways to where I am now able to channel this emotion into raw power to use against you. Your Saiyan heritage is all that remains from a long-forgotten era, Kuliza then continues, which I plan to wipe away for good once this day is over. And I will use your own techniques and power against you both to do it. Now watch as I use yet another one of your adversary's techniques against you. So try as much as you'd like. I can already sense you both tiring out the longer this goes. Imagine being crushed beneath the weight of your own planet's energy while you both wither away within the depths of your own failure to do anything about it to stop me. Ironic, isn't it, monkeys? Alright, that one really hurt just now, Goku then went on to get up by responding. Oh, so I was right. He's moving at speeds which go way beyond the pace of even my instant transmission. And he's able to do it while masking his energy too. Well, don't skip ahead and get the wrong idea here, Kuliza. Cause the Frieza side of you should already know what me and Vegeta are capable of, and especially once we're both backed into a corner with no other way out except through our opponents. And if you haven't figured that out by now, Goku then went on to continue, then you will soon enough. And although you've enhanced these Potara earrings to maintain this body of yours, I think you're really starting to underestimate our knowledge on those things. And especially since we've had way more experience of using them than you ever did. You really think that you can pull this master plan of yours off and destroy us both for good this time? And of course I will, Kuliza then went on to quickly respond. And I don't care how experienced the two of you are by using these Potaras. Your bluff means absolutely nothing to me, but then it was only just now from out of nowhere behind Kuliza was when Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta had now gone as far as to blindside Kuliza by then shouting, well, it should, and it's not a bluff, you coward. We are far from done, and so now you have my blood pumping. And if you think that we aren't going to turn this around on you, then you're in for a rude awakening, Fusion. In which seconds later, even despite Vegeta's best attempts of blasting Kuliza from behind, it was just as Kuliza was now shown having to deflect each and every single one of Vegeta's energy blasts away was when Beerus then went on to chime in, so I don't like this one bit, Whis. And it's hard to tell, but are those Saiyans really running out of gas down there or what? Well, they have been fighting separately for an ongoing period of time, my lord, but, well, even if they are both starting to feel exhausted, I still don't think that they will fall. In which seconds later, the moment Vegeta had now created an opening for Goku to swoop on in and now attack Kuliza was when Vegeta then went on to shout, now Kakarot, while you have the chance! Oh, there we are, now I've got you, with Kuliza then responding, oh, you thought I couldn't see you coming? Your coordinated efforts of attacking me won't help you this time, monkey. Oh, this fusion freak is good, Yoshido then went on to chime in. I like him. He's also very sturdy compared to how his body was just a few minutes ago, too, so now we're talking. And as expected, Kuliza continues, trash will always belong with trash no matter the size, filthy Saiyans. You are both oh so predictable. You follow the same method of attack despite knowing that you can't win. But here you go, Vegeta. Kuliza then went on to throw Goku into Vegeta by then responding, a bit of target practice for you since your aim is starting to miss its mark. Oh, now how is that fair? Whis Beerus then went on to quickly shout, that fusion's starting to use those Saiyans in ways where they'll attack one another on accident. Well, Kuliza is fighting dirty, which is exactly why the odds are leaning more in his favor for the time being, Whis then went on to respond. He already knows what to expect from both Goku and Vegeta, which is why he is starting to use them to attack one another indirectly, because he knows that it'll help him, to which as Vegeta was now shown doing just that, that was when Vegeta then went on to shout, oh damn it, he used Kakarot as a ploy! Get out of my way, you fool! Focus! He's trying to do whatever that he can to confuse us! Oh damn it! Well, come on then, Fusion! Just remember that the longer this goes, the stronger I'm going to continue to get, and you know it, coward! Now come on! With Kuliza then being shown dashing towards Vegeta by then responding, oh don't try and act like this body of yours doesn't have its limits whereas mine remains indestructible, Vegeta! You had your chance to try and destroy me like you said you were, and you couldn't do it. And the reason on why you couldn't do it was because you simply weren't strong enough to match me, and and you know it. You worthless worms underestimated the lengths that I would go to in order to achieve my goals against you. I'd sacrifice anything and anyone that I could to ensure my dominance and rightful place as the ruler of all creatures across the cosmos. Oh, just what the hell is going on with those two down there? Beerus then went on to further question. Can those Saiyans not use their full power against that fusion or what? Oh, this is just getting very annoying and I can't help but feel as though something's off. What's going on with them, Whis? Are they finished down there against this monster or not? Because I refuse to accept this as being the outcome of their battle, with Whis responding, well, this might come off as a bit unusual to you, my lord, but I have this feeling that both Goku and Vegeta know exactly what they're doing down there. Try and look closely, with Bruto then having to ask, is that true? You see something, don't you? Tell us, are the Saiyan mortals doomed to fail or not? With Sekiro responding, they will lose only if they fail to capitalize on the fusion's remaining time limit in battle. The Saiyans appear to be studying this Kuliza despite sustaining massive amounts of damage onto their physical bodies while they do it. The source that the mortal Saiyans appear to be looking for, Takira continues, appears to be coming from a single concentrated point within the body. It's likely that they are both looking to disrupt the fusion's energy source that binds the two warriors within together as they look to try and break the fusion down from within first. The key is to keep Kuliza in a constant motion, pushing them to further exert more and more power until their body can no longer sustain it, thus cracking them from the inside first. And with that fusion's internal clock ticking, it looks like they're trying to manipulate his movements in order to force Kuliza into further draining his power rapidly, rather than in small periods of time like he has so far. And by further exploiting their overconfidence, they will be more susceptible to making reckless decisions, which the Saiyan mortals can then use against him. Now, although the strength of this fusion is formidable, even surpassing them both in battle, the more powerful they continue to become, the quicker they will exhaust their energy and burn right through their remaining time while fused. Ah, so then it's a race against time then, huh? So then that means if they don't find a way to disrupt that fusion synergy soon, Yoshido then went on to continue, then they'll be slaughtered down there since the fusion appears to be in complete control. As Akuma then went on to chime in, and from what it looks like, if those two aren't at full power to expose the fusion's vulnerabilities, then they've already lost, with Beerus chiming in, wait, so you're telling me that those two are fighting on borrowed time? Oh, how in the world are they supposed to weaken the internal bond of what keeps that fusion whole, and if they aren't strong enough to break through his outer defenses in order to get to the core of where they want to be? With Whis responding, well, by getting Kuliza to slowly start to crack first is what I think will be what helps them. And if Kuliza cannot focus due to his emotions getting in the way of his logic, then they may have found their window. As even the Grand Priest went on to chime in, the combination of psychological warfare and strategic attacks will be the key in unraveling the fusion's flaws, though there are in fact one of two outcomes that may in fact happen here, the Grand Priest continues. Either the Saiyans will figure out a way to cripple the fusion from within first, and thus forcing Kuliza in overexerting himself, or he will likely catch on to what the Saiyans are trying to do and destroy them both before they have the chance to do it. Interesting, then we will watch and wait to see which of these outcomes comes true then. In which, in the meantime, when then going back to Goku and Kuliza, as soon as Goku was now shown having to miss one of his strikes was when Kuliza then went on to respond, despite having a new form and being at your best, you are making this way too easy for me, Goku. It'll take a miracle for you and Vegeta to come close in beating me, but any hope of either of you monkeys having any sort of miracle against me is only but a dream. In which within that very moment, as Kuliza was now shown grabbing onto Goku's ankles and spinning him around, that's when Kuliza went on to continue, but this is one dream that you will never be able to wake yourself back out of, no matter how badly you try, feeble monkey. Come now, let's go for a spin. Oh, I've had enough of your games, Vegeta then quickly went on to shout by dashing towards Kuliza. Let let go of that idiot and come fight me instead, you coward! But Kuriza, on the other hand, had different intentions, because upon now being shown having to use Goku as a means of knocking Vegeta away, was when Kuriza had continued in spinning Goku around by responding, "You don't get to tell me what the rules in this fight are, Vegeta. Now out of my way, monkey. Oh, you better stand back up and continue to fight, Vegeta. Fight through the pain and don't let Goku or that stupid fusion outshine you, do you hear me?" Oh, just look at them. They're dropping like flies down there and the fight just started, Yoshido went on to then chime in. So, nobody here is willing to make a wager on this fight? No? Anyone? So I hear that while I was butchering your friends and family here on Earth, Kuriza then went on to address Goku by then telling him that you were off somewhere in a faraway place waging war against the 5 strongest in the multiverse now, were you? Well, how cute, Saiyan, but here's to a friendly reminder for you on why you should have stayed where you were while you were with them, Kuriza then went on to shout by throwing Goku directly towards the 5 and the gods. There is no need for there to be 5 when you are looking at the one true strongest in the multiverse. Oh, that pile of trash really decided to throw that Saiyan towards us on purpose, Beerus then went on to quickly chime in. Oh, he's going to crash right into us, damn it, as even Goku then went on to say to himself, I can't stop it. The force behind the way he just threw me is too much. I can't concentrate properly enough to escape. But then, it was only now shockingly from out of nowhere, before Goku had gone as far as to crash into the others, it was only from out of nowhere where Budo of all individuals had now gone as far as to save Goku by then responding, "Watch where you're going, Saiyan. The last thing we need from you is to crash right into the rest of us while we're waiting for you and your Saiyan friend down there to hurry up and finish this. Now get it together so that we can finally go back and finish that tournament against you, Goku." Budo, hey, nice save there, so thanks a lot for that, Goku then went on to respond. If you didn't stop me from flying out any further just now, then I likely would have just crashed right into everyone back there, so I owe you one, with Budo responding, "I don't need your gratitude, Saiyan. Now what's wrong with you? You don't appear to be fighting with the same focus and fire that you had when fighting against us. So what's your deal here, and what happened to that angel form of yours that you used before? Have you lost your ways in this battle, or what? Cough it up right now," with Goku responding, "Well, I kinda still feel like my body hasn't fully cooled down since using that angelic power against Takira, so, and on top of that, I can't seem to concentrate with my mind being so fixated on Kuriza's fusion and all, so I may need a second just to fully be able to collect myself so that way I can focus again," with Budo responding, "Then you better hurry it up and make it quick, because it doesn't look like you or your friend down there can keep this going forever. And for your sake, you owe us for coming here," Budo continues, "so that is why you better make this quick while you still can, because I'm tired of waiting," as Akuma then went on to surprisingly chime in from behind by responding, "You do understand that we aren't going to wait around forever in order for this to finally be done, don't you? How is it that you were fully focused against us before, but seem to have lost your edge when up against the fusion creature below?" with Goku responding, "Well, that's actually a good question. I guess it's because it's Frieza we're dealing with here, and the last thing that I ever expected to find out was to hear about how he came back to Earth after taking this weird serum, of course along with his brother on top of that, but by also going as far as to use the Potara earrings as a contingency plan." "You! How dare you stand in the way of our battle by saving that disgusting waste of life," Kuriza then went on to point out by shouting, "You all there must be the 5 strongest in the multiverse that I kept hearing Vegeta brag about. Yes. How very interesting. Well, if choosing to side with this monkey is the hill that you wish to die on, then let us start by piling this hill sky high with the bodies of those whom wish to die with him." In which, shockingly enough, the moment Kuriza was from that point then shown firing a beam directly towards Akuma, it was only just as Goku had now gone as far as to warn Akuma, where Goku then went on to shout, "Oh no, hey, look out behind, wretched creature," Akuma then went on to quickly respond, "You clearly have no idea on who it is that you're threatening here. We are nothing alike, and your latest claim as being greater than us couldn't be further from the truth, mortal. And unless you wish to keep the life that you currently have, whether you are fused into one body